Live from Shaw Park in downtown Winnipeg, this is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm your host for tonight, Kevin Hirschfield. Alongside me, Scott Taylor and Mike Valente joining me. The Winnipeg Goldeyes taking on the Gary SouthShore RailCats tonight on an evening where the number 31 will be retired. That is, of course, the number worn by former Goldeyes pitcher and one of the best to ever put on a Goldeyes uniform, Ace Walker. Now, we'll get to him in a sec, but the Goldeyes taking on the RailCats. It's the second game of a three-game set here tonight. Game one went last night, and the Goldeyes got off to a nice start, up 6-2 through the sixth inning, heading into the sixth inning, and then Gary kind of took over from there. They eventually won the game 9-7. Goldeyes dropped to 12-17 on the year. Scott, they just can't seem to get anything going, like a lengthy win streak or anything like that. Now they're 5 games under 500, kind of falling back quickly. What's kind of been hampering them in this latest sort of stretch?
Well, the latest stretch has been starting pitching, and I think starting pitching has been a bit of a problem all year. Nick Hernandez has been tremendous, absolutely outstanding, but he's 2-2 with a 1.99 ERA, and his team has scored 15 runs for him in 6 starts. That's just not good enough. You're not going to win a lot of games that way. You're also not going to win a lot of games if your starters can't go 6, maybe 7 innings. And right now, the bullpen has been taxed. A bullpen that was tremendous earlier in the year is starting to get knocked around a little bit. And last night, the Goldeyes had the game in hand. They were up 6-2 in the 6th inning, and 2 were out, man on second. It should have been an easy end of the inning, and by the time it was over, Gary had scored 4 runs, tied the game at 6-6, scored 2 more in the 7th, and that pretty much did it, despite the fact Josh Mazzola hit 2 home runs last night, and the Goldeyes offense started to get rolling. The Goldeyes offense was tremendous in Fargo this weekend, and then kind of petered out on Sunday, and they lost 3-2. This is a team that doesn't find ways to win, it finds ways to lose, and it's got to turn that around, or it's going to continue to get bad here.
You mentioned Mazzola, 2 home runs last night, had the 2 in Fargo on Friday. He's got 6 in his last 6 games, so the Goldeyes will be looking for him to provide some offense tonight. And as we mentioned earlier, of course, number 31 being retired, that is, of course, Ace Walker. Ace will be the 4th Goldeye to have his jersey retired, joining Brian Duva, Donnie Smith, and Max Poulin. And Mike, Ace Walker, a laundry list of accomplishments here in his 5 seasons with the Goldeyes. Kind of take us through what he did, some of his records that he has.
Absolutely. 47 wins as a member of the Goldeyes. That's a franchise record. He had 13 complete games. He started 105 games. This guy he had a 3.95 ERA during his 5 seasons with the Goldeyes. This guy was an absolute star, a fixture to this lineup. There's going to be a big crowd here tonight in honor of him, and we're going to show a video right now in honor of Ace Walker.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nice job by Ace Walker.
Andrew Ace Walker knew from the first time he stepped on the mound in Winnipeg, he was part of something special.
And you get here to Winnipeg, and you got thousands in the stands, and it's just pumped up, the action's going. I thought, this is pretty darn cool, and it just got better and better.
It turned into one of the greatest careers in Winnipeg Goldeyes history.
A complete game for Ace Walker tonight.
In 5 seasons with the Fish, Walker set the team record for wins, games started, complete games, and innings pitched. Now his number 31 will be retired by the team. News that caught the Oklahoma product by surprise when GM Andrew Collier informed him.
He called me and said, hey, how's your day going? And I was like, pretty good, just working. And he was like, it's about to get better. And I was like, really?
No game was more memorable to him, though, than a one-hitter against Fargo in 2010.
I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, but it really gets to the point where you're not thinking, you're not noticing stuff that's going on. You're literally. I always sat in the tunnel because I wanted to be in my own space in between innings. I didn't want to get distracted. To be in the zone like that doesn't happen very often.
His team was in the zone in 2012, the season when the Goldeyes won the American Association Championship, going a perfect 6-0 in the postseason.
Everything about that season you go through and you're like, if that hadn't changed, then we wouldn't have gone as far. If we hadn't picked up this person, we wouldn't have gone as far. When we got to that last game, last out, it was just everyone's looking around in the dugout going, is this really happening? I mean, we just got done, we haven't lost. Like, this is unbelievable.
The support from family back home and many others in Winnipeg helped make Walker one of the best aces in Fish history.
I knew that everything was taken care of at home and had everybody was back behind me. Chase your dream, do whatever you got to do. And that really made it easy to come here every year and be a part of this. And I just met so many good people that were so comfortable being here all the time. And that, I think, really helped relax and just play baseball.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Visit Goldeyes.com, the official website for everything you need to know about your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Check out the players, the front office, and even the Winnipeg Goldeyes broadcast schedule on Shaw TV. It's all right there on Goldeyes.com.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the ballpark where the Winnipeg Goldeyes are getting prepared to play the Gary SouthShore RailCats, but down on the field it is Ace Walker night, and they are watching at this ballpark a
Walker should be honored tonight and have his jersey retired. Strikeouts, wins, complete games, innings pitched, and pitcher of the year. But there's so many more pieces to Andrew Ace Walker. You heard the mention about the phenomenal artist that he is. But the piece that always was special to me is how Ace Walker truly remembered as a professional athlete what the games are all about. It's about the fans, it's about the community. And there is nothing that Ace Walker would not do for the fans or for the community. And not only did he do it, he loved doing it. And that's what makes him so very special. And it's so nice to see his mom and dad, his wife Paige, his grandmother and brother all here, and a few other special guests who you'll probably see a little later. But Ace, you said something to the media just recently, and it was when Rick called you, you said it was a blessing coming to Winnipeg. You're half right. It was a blessing. It was a blessing for the city of Winnipeg and the Winnipeg Goldeyes that you and Paige came to our city. So from the bottom of all of our hearts, we want to thank you so very, very much. Wish you all the best in the future. And thank you to you and Paige for making your home away from home, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to introduce Andrew Collier, General Manager of the Winnipeg Goldeyes.
Thanks, Sam. This is a very special night in Goldeyes history. In my experience with the team, there have been very few players
I want to say thank you. It was an honor and a pleasure to write your name on that lineup card every fifth day and watch you go out there and work. But the biggest thing is thank you for being a great ambassador for this organization. Thanks for choosing Winnipeg. Thanks for trusting us. I love you. I have a gift. It's a ring. Ace, will you marry me?
Yes.
Every time we get together for these, we cry like babies.
We do.
I love you, man. Thanks.
Thank you. Wow.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from the man himself, number 31, Ace Walker.
This pinky ring feels pretty cool. Feel like Biggie Smalls or something. Let me get these note cards out. First off, I want to say I'm sorry to anybody who I forget to mention. You are still very important to me, and it's amazing how much my brain did not work when I was trying to write this thing. But, you know, for me, coming to Winnipeg took a few minutes to realize that that's where I wanted to go because I didn't know anything about it. And when I got to researching, I realized that this is absolutely the place that I needed to be. And, you know, the way I've always played baseball was always keeping God first, God number one, and always giving him the glory for anything that's special, anything that was special that happened to me or in my career. Because I know God has a perfect plan And I think this is just another great example of that. And when you keep your priorities in line, how amazing things and amazing blessings will come to your life. I would like to thank the Goldeyes crew. Sam, thank you for letting me be a part of your team. To Andrew Collier, I mean, you're amazing. You're the best GM in the game. To Dan Chase, I mean, we've become very close friends. You're the man. You're always on my side no matter what, and I always appreciate that. To the guys and girls behind the scenes, you know, the guys and girls in the front office became close friends. I probably bugged them more than they wanted me to, but anything I ever needed, they always got it. I want to say thank you to Rick Forney and Tom Vaith for allowing me to come here and calling me on that day that I was absolutely crushed. And I didn't know at that moment how my life would change by that phone call. But thank you very much. I also want to say thank you to all my former teammates. I know that as a pitcher we rely, you know, it's not an individual sport. It's not 1 versus 9, it's 9 versus 9. And without all of my former teammates, there is no way I would be here. They made play after play after play, scored run after run after run. And without them, I could not have done this. And this award this honor is as much yours as it is mine, because there is no way I could have done it without you. I want to say thank you to my junior college coaches. They're not here, but I'm hoping they're watching. That was another pivot point in my career when I met those coaches. They taught me a lot about the game, the right way to play it, and the work ethic that it was going to take to make it. I want to thank some of my best friends, Zach Baldwin, Brian Boyning, Amos Ramon, Jamie Sampson, Josh Mazzola, Lauren from Baseball Chapel, and Luis Allen. You're a big part of why I kept coming back year after year. And speaking of Luis Allen, I never had a better catcher. He made me better, and he made me look a lot smarter than I really am. I remember I shook Luis Allen off twice. I think both of them were doubles. And he was very, very mad. And I got a very stern talking to in the dugout. And in the next however many years we played together, I never shook him off again. When I was shaking my head up there, he was actually telling me to shake the head. So, thank you, Luis. To the guys of 19D, which is an apartment I stayed at after my first full season, they are friends for life. I always looked forward to coming home and hanging out with you guys. You guys taught me how to have fun and how to joke around and how to be just enjoy the game. To Todd Longley with City Cats and Tom Vaith for all the fishing trips. You guys were able to take me away from the stress and everything of playing baseball and going out and having fun fishing. It means the world to me, and I'm glad that I got to go with some of my best friends doing that. To the crew that brings the live feed to the internet and everybody up there in the press box, you guys kept my family watching and got them up to date on everything that was going on with the Goldeyes, and I knew that when I was pitching, they were watching and listening to you guys, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. Scott Taylor and Paul Edmonds, you guys are the best. Thank you to my great host family. I'm sure I don't know if you guys knew what you were getting into whenever I walked through your door, but there's no way I could have been with a better family in all of Winnipeg, and I'm just so thankful that you guys were the family that I got to live with. I want to thank the Walker family in California. I know you guys were a big support. I want to thank my wife's family in Oklahoma. You guys are always a big support to me. And now to get to the hard stuff. My family they sacrificed a lot. We did not have a lot of money growing up. But I always had a glove. I always had cleats. I was always able to go to camps. I was always able to do stuff that was going to make me better. And I know both my parents worked multiple jobs to make sure that I had what I needed to play baseball, and I will always be so thankful for that. You also loved me when I gave up 8 1/3 of an inning against Fargo. Well, I threw a one-hitter against Fargo, and I'm so thankful for that as well. I knew I never had to perform for you guys. It was always just pure love. Think about that for a second. And then I had to go away for 5 years in a row. And you always supported me. You always were beside me. And you always loved me whether I did good or bad, and I'm so thankful for that. And now to the best fans of Independent League Baseball. I will tell you how much it meant to me when I was out there warming up and they were announcing the lineups and I heard Ace Walker come over there and you guys would go crazy. That got me so amped up to pitch, and my drive went through the roof, and I wanted to do so well for you guys. Every single time I was out here, every time I was away, I knew you guys were cheering for us and wanted us to win. Your support and your love will always be remembered, and every time I come to Winnipeg, I will say thank you to you guys, because you guys made this all possible. Thank you very much. My number retirement to me is not so much about my accomplishments, but it's my chance to say thank you to everyone that had sacrificed their time and helped me chase my dream. The fans, Goldeye crew, former teammates, family and friends, all gave this small town guy a big league experience. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the press box facing just above the press box for the unveiling and retirement of only the 4th jersey in Goldeyes history. Ladies and gentlemen, that was pretty good. I think he needs one more. How about it for number 31, Ace Walker?
Spot is right here on the press box. We're going to go to a break. We'll be back with Goldeyes action against the Gary SouthShore RailCats. This is Shaw Baseball right here on Shaw TV. Well, everybody, the Goldeyes starting defensive alignment is brought to you by Taco Time with 3 locations here in Winnipeg, 23 Marion Street, 2371 Ness Avenue, and 1353 McPhillips. Tonight for the Goldeyes, Luis Allen will start behind the plate. As Ace Walker mentioned, he started most of the games Ace Walker pitched. Casey Harther is at first base. Brad Boyer has moved from short to second since we were last here. Josh Mazzola is the new shortstop. And Ray Ortega will start at third base. Adam Heisler is in left field. Nick Jackson back in his favorite spot in center field. And Brady Wilson, the speedster, starts in right. The newcomer to the Goldeyes, pitcher Dustin Loggins, will start tonight for Winnipeg. The Goldeyes starting defensive alignment is brought to you by Taco Time. 3 locations to serve you right here in Winnipeg at 23 Marion Street, 2371 Ness Avenue, or 1353 McPhillips. The umpires are meeting at home plate. The umpires for tonight's game, Cody Lowe is the home plate umpire. Marty Bauer is at first base, and Tim Kramer is at third base tonight. The umpires for tonight's game, the managers for tonight's game out there with the lineup cards, Rick Forney for the Goldeyes and Greg Taggart for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. Mike Valenti, quite a retirement number ceremony, and I have to admit, I had a tear or two.
Yeah, I mean, you see all those tears there. That just goes to show you that there was a ton of memories of him playing here over the course of 5 seasons. Very well spoken, and the crowd showing their appreciation as well.
So the Goldeyes warming up, getting set to go. Goldie and Goldette are on the field. The Goldeyes right now are 12-17 on the season. They are in 3rd place in the North Division. They haven't been there in a long time at 12-17. Sioux Falls is 15-17, and St. Paul has pretty much run away with it at 25-5. The Goldeyes 12.5 games back. However, the Goldeyes are still in the fight for the wild card. They're 5 games behind in the wild card, but they're still alive with 71 games left to play. So there's still a lot of baseball remaining in the season.
Dustin Loggins, you mentioned Scott starting tonight. It's his first start for the Goldeyes, of course. He's coming from the Sioux City Explorers. He's 24 years young. He made 5 starts for Sioux City this year, going 2-2 with a 2.79 ERA and 29 innings of work. Former teammate of Kyle Anderson during the Diamondbacks stint they had.
Dustin Loggins has a great reputation in this league, and I'm surprised the Goldeyes were able to pick him up. There you look at the Goldeyes bullpen with a couple of newcomers out there as well, Bo Logan and Rhett Varner. The Goldeyes situation right now is they've got to get a great start, and tonight's going to be important for Dustin Loggins to give them that great start. It's been tremendous for Nick Hernandez throughout this season, but Rob Nixon has only been going 5 1/3 or 5 2/3. Matt Jackson went 5 2/3 last night. They need somebody to get into the 6th or 7th inning, and that kind of thing just hasn't happened. There you look at Andrew Collier, general manager of the Goldeyes, with Tom Vaith and Jamie Sampson, the clubhouse manager. Nick Hernandez is right there as the Goldeyes get set to play the Gary SouthShore RailCats tonight. Let's go to the starting lineup for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. And the RailCats starting lineup is brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at PembinaChrysler.com for the Gary SouthShore RailCats tonight. John Jones will be the leadoff man. He's hitting .271. He has no homers but 12 driven in. He starts in center field. Zach Mitchell, who was absolutely tremendous last night. We'll talk about Zach Mitchell. He bats number 2, hitting .283 now. Adam Taylor, another great night for Adam Taylor. He's hitting .283. He has 15 runs batted in, 3 of them last night. He starts in left field. J.D. Pulfer's the cleanup hitter. He's at third base. He has 17 driven in. Then comes Tillman Pugh, a newcomer. He's now hitting .370 after a good night last night. He's the DH tonight, batting 5th. Drew Martinez hits 6th. He's hitting .308, plays in right field. Michael Vaughn is the catcher. He's hitting .197. Roger Bernal is the first baseman, hits .294. And Ryan Brockett is the shortstop. He hits .325. That's the RailCats starting lineup, brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at PembinaChrysler.com. You brought it up already. He's 6'4", long and lanky. Your Goldeyes starting pitcher is brought to you by Shaw On Demand. Visit us online at shaw.ca. Anything more you can tell us about Dustin Loggins?
Well, he's making his 7th start of the season. Obviously a new atmosphere for him tonight in Winnipeg. Making his 20th professional career start, 98th appearance.
Your Goldeyes starting pitcher is brought to you by Shaw On Demand, with more than 10,000 on-demand titles. Shaw On Demand, you won't miss a thing. So it's going to be a big night for the Goldeyes to try to show Ace Walker that they're as good as they were when he pitched here. And of course, Walker's final season with the Goldeyes in 2012. The Goldeyes won the American Association Championship, lifted that trophy in Wichita, Kansas that year. And tonight the Goldeyes are trying to turn around a 2-game losing streak. They're on a skid. They're 12-17. They lost a tough one last night, as we pointed out in the pregame show. They had a 6-2 lead in the 6th inning and couldn't hold it last night. Now they have to find a way to beat this Gary SouthShore RailCats team, as John Jones gets set to step in to lead it off for Greg Taggart's Gary SouthShore RailCats. Nice crowd here at the ballpark tonight. Probably upwards of 6,500. Good crowd to see the second game of this 3-game series. Remember, tomorrow night the two teams go at it at 7:05. So here's John Jones. No home runs, hitting .271. He has 12 driven in. Loggins gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's inside for ball 1. And the game's opening pitch is brought to you by Metro Center Limited, your source for all things trailer. Metro Center Limited at 620 Nairn Avenue. Loggins, 2 off-speed pitches early. 2 balls and no strikes to John Jones.
Jones had 1 hit, 1 stolen base last night after a day off on the 21st of June. Leads the American Association with 5 triples.
I wonder if Dustin Loggins is a tad nervous. Starts out 3-0. And that's in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to John Jones. Jones is from Vacaville, California. Played last year in New Hampshire. 5'11", 185, and there's a base hit to left field. No doubt about that one. Solid single to left. And the leadoff man, Jones, is on first. And that'll bring up Zach Mitchell. Was Zach Mitchell good last night? He was 2 for 5, scored 2 runs, but was a problem on the base pass all night long. We'll have to watch to see if Jones takes a step towards second base. Certainly capable of stealing bases. Pitch is in there for strike 1. John Jones has 5 steals this season. Ortega in on the grass at third base. The bunt is expected. That misses outside. 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Dustin Loggins.
Mitchell's got a 6-game hit streak going on right now. 10-game on base streak.
Loggins gets a sign from Allen. There goes the runner. It's a little outside. The throw is not in time, and it's a stolen base for John Jones. 6th of the year for Jones.
Jones gets a good jump here. And as you'll see, the ball come into play just a bit too off. And he slides in with more than enough time.
So 6th stolen base of the year for John Jones. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Zach Mitchell. Loggins checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch. It's grounded to Boyer at second. He'll handle it easily. On to third goes Jones, which puts a runner at third base. And 1 out. So Zach Mitchell with a productive out. Moves the runner to third, and that'll bring up Adam Taylor. Last night was Adam Taylor's night. 4 for 5. 2 runs scored, 3 driven in, 2 stolen bases. Big night for Adam Taylor. He had so many chances to steal bases, he was caught once. Goldeyes pitching could not get him out last night. Jones at third, 1 away. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Adam Taylor is from Lawrence, South Carolina. He's just a rookie. Played at North Greenville University last year. 6'1", 190. Pretty good looking rookie. It's a ground ball foul. 1-1 to Adam Taylor. They play Taylor back on the back of the infield, right at the grass. Casey Harther at first base is as deep as he'll play anybody. Ortega is cheating a little bit at third base. The outfield is not straight away. They're playing Taylor shallow. 2 balls and 1 strike. To the left fielder of the Gary SouthShore RailCats, Adam Taylor. Gary won it last night, 9-7. It's the pitch by Loggins. It's fouled off. 2-2 the count. The Goldeyes led 6-2 last night and were cruising. And then in the 6th inning, Gary put up a 4 spot with 2 out. There's Mickey Steen, one of the great Goldeyes fans. 2-2 the count to Adam Taylor. Loggins, off-speed pitch right back to the mound, and it hits Loggins on the glove. That'll be an infield hit and a run scored. It'll be an RBI for Taylor. They just can't get him out. Let's have another look.
Right at him, just skips out of the glove.
Second hit of the inning for the RailCats. Boy, that's happened a lot to the Goldeyes this year. Balls hitting pitchers and basically going into no man's land in behind the mound. That was a routine out if it gets to Boyer at second base. The run doesn't score if Taylor can corral it. As it is, it's 1-0, and Gary gets on the board early. There's a line shot into right field, handled on 1 hop as J.D. Pulfer singles. Third hit of the inning. Puts runners at first and second. Pulfer was tonight's cleanup hitter, and tonight's cleanup hitter is brought to you by Multi-Material Stewardship of Manitoba. More than half of all household garbage can be recycled. Recycling is easy and it's convenient. We all win with recycling. For more information, visit simplyrecycle.ca. So Pulfer, the cleanup hitter, singles to right, puts runners at first and second with just 1 away, and brings up the number 5 hitter, Tillman Pugh. Tillman Pugh hasn't been around very long. This is just his 9th game with the RailCats. Loggins checks the runner at second base. That's Adam Taylor. We told you he stole a couple last night. He certainly has the ability to steal bases.
Pugh's had 3 multi-hit games in the past 4 days.
Almost as good as Josh Mazzola, who's had 2 multi-home run days in the past 4 days.
That's a little better.
Pugh's pretty good. He's got great speed, too. This whole RailCats team can run. They're a lot like St. Paul. Ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. 1-1. Off-speed pitch from Loggins. As Gary is on the verge of breaking this open in the first inning. Loggins needs an out here. What he needs is a ground ball. There goes both runners going to third, and it's almost thrown away. What a great job by Ortega to just keep the ball in the infield. Luis Allen's throw was almost into left field. Both runners with stolen bases on the double steal. And now there are 2 runners in scoring position.
You talk about this game almost getting out of hand. What a great block just to knock it down by Ortega there. That could have been an easy 2 more runs there for the RailCats.
Tremendous effort by Ray Ortega at third base. 2 balls and a strike to Tillman Pugh. Loggins delivers off speed again, fouled off. 70-mile-an-hour curveball from Dustin Loggins. He's got the count to 2-2. The runner at second is J.D. Pulfer. Adam Taylor is at third base. Gary already has a run in this inning. It's now stop the bleeding time. Loggins off speed again. It's a fly ball into right field deep. That'll be deep enough to score another run. Back on it is Brady Wilson. Tagging at second on his way to third is J.D. Pulfer. Adam Taylor comes home with the second run of the inning. And Gary takes a quick 2-0 lead. So Pugh an RBI on the sacrifice fly, and that brings up Drew Martinez. The pitch from Loggins, good pitch, off speed, and Pugh does a great job staying back on it. Gets under it, hits it the opposite way, but certainly deep enough to score the run. Also deep enough to allow Pulfer to tag at second base. Loggins' pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Drew Martinez from Collierville, Tennessee. 26 years old. He's 5'10", 180. Played in Gary last year. Had a good season last year with Gary. This one fouled off, 1-1.
Leads the team this year with 36 hits.
The leading hitter on the club with enough at bats to qualify is Ryan Brockett, who bats 9th, hitting .325. 1-1, the count to Martinez. Here's the pitch, foul back, 1-2. So Loggins gets ahead of Martinez with the runner at 3rd and 2 away. The RailCats have played RailCat baseball in this first inning. Solid single by Jones, stolen base. Gets to 3rd on a productive out by Zach Mitchell. Scores on an infield hit by Adam Taylor. Pitch by Loggins is high, 2-2. Then J.D. Pulfer singles the opposite way. They steal, both Taylor and Pulfer, to get runners at 2nd and 3rd, and then Pugh with the sac fly makes it 2-0. Solid baseball by Greg Taggart's RailCats. Off-speed pitch, fouled off again.
Oh, beautiful grab.
Outstanding catch. I think he's going to win a prize courtesy of Salisbury House. We get the announcement from Ron Arzt here in the ballpark. 2-2, the count to Martinez. Loggins kicks, delivers. It's in the dirt. Counts full now to Martinez, 3-2. Dustin Loggins comes in with a record of 2-2 and a 3.62 earned run average. Martinez steps out. Loggins is from Waynesville, Missouri. He's still officially a rookie in this league. There's a pitch, line shot the other way, and Boyer makes the catch. Good job by Brad Boyer to track that one. The baseball bat is finished, and Martinez is out. However, Gary gets the job done. They get a couple of runs on 3 hits. There were no Goldeyes errors and 1 man left on base. We played half an inning right here in downtown Winnipeg on Ace Walker night. Scott Taylor, Mike Valente, Kevin Hirschfeld, glad you could all join us. It's a great night at the ballpark. Come on down. It's Gary 2, Winnipeg nothing. This is Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
The RailCats starting defensive alignment brought to you by Taco Time with 3 locations in Winnipeg, 23 Marion Street, 2371 Ness Avenue with 1353 McPhillips. Michael Vaughn is the catcher tonight. Roger Bernal at first base. He was there last night. Zach Mitchell, second base again. Ryan Brockett is the shortstop. J.D. Pulfer starts at third base. Adam Taylor is in left. John Jones is in center. And Drew Martinez starts in right. Charlie Rosario is the pitcher. That's the RailCats starting defensive alignment brought to you by Taco Time. 3 locations right here in Winnipeg to serve you. 23 Marion Street, 2371 Ness, or 1353 McPhillips. Tonight's RailCats starting pitcher brought to you by Shaw On Demand. Visit us at online at shaw.ca. Tell us about Charlie Rosario.
Charlie Rosario, 5'10", 180 from Malden, South Carolina. July 23rd, 1988, his birthday. Last game was a loss. 4 innings pitched, 10 runs, 8 hits versus St. Paul. And he's on the mound tonight versus the
against St.
Goldeyes.
Paul.
yeah, that can happen.
That can happen. The RailCats starting pitcher, Charlie Rosario, is brought to you by Shaw On Demand. With more than 10,000 on-demand titles, you won't miss a thing. The Goldeyes starting lineup brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at PembinaChrysler.com. Brady Wilson leads it off. Adam Heisler hits number 2. And Casey Harther bats 3rd. Nick Jackson has moved into the cleanup spot. Jackson bats 4th. Josh Mazzola is hitting 5th, and John Weber bats 6th. Brad Boyer, the second baseman, hits 7th. Luis Allen, the catcher, hits 8th. And Ray Ortega, the third baseman, bats 9th. That's the Goldeyes starting lineup. Brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at PembinaChrysler.com. One strike quickly to Brady Wilson. Here's Rosario's pitch. It's in there on the corner for strike 2. Wilson didn't agree, and he's going to go for a walk. Crowd here didn't like it much because they saw Loggins get squeezed a little bit in that first inning. Cody Lowe is the home plate umpire. 0-2 to Brady Wilson. Here's the pitch. That's way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Charlie Rosario was in Schaumburg last season. Pitch to Rosario's chopped right back to him. He flips to first, and quickly Brady Wilson is out 1-3. So Rosario gets the first Goldeyes hitter. Here comes Adam Heisler. Heisler last night was very, very good. Raised his batting average back to .250, went 3 for 5 and drove in a run. The top 2 hitters in this lineup, Wilson and Heisler, have a ton of speed. The key is to get them on base. Rosario gets the sign from Vaughn. Here's the pitch. It's on the corner for strike 1. Pitch inside, 1-1. The count to Adam Heisler. Adam Heisler was in both Winston-Salem and Charlotte AAA level last year. There's one foul back up into the Sky Suites. Charlotte AAA hit .240, but he only played 9 games. He's officially a League Service 3, just 27 years old. Rosario kicks, delivers. It's fouled off again. Counts 1-2. Casey Harther in the on-deck circle. Don't forget the Goldeyes and the Gary SouthShore RailCats do this again tomorrow night. 7:05 is the start time. Then the Goldeyes immediately will get on the bus and head to Sioux Falls for games Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then they'll get a day to drive on Sunday, one of those odd Sunday days off. Pitch to Heisler in the dirt, 2-2. And that will set up a 6-game homestand, make it a 7-game homestand with Sioux City, 4 games with Sioux City, and then 3 games with Ottawa. Goldeyes will have played a lot of road games by the end of June. Rosario delivers. That misses. 3-2. So Heisler, who fell behind 0-2, has worked the count to 3-2 now. Patient hitting by Adam Heisler. And it's funny, you know, Mike, how patient you get when you have a good night.
Right.
If you have a good night at the plate, you've had a good plan at the plate, you've hit the ball hard, the next night you just feel a little bit better about yourself coming out. There's one fouled off.
Much more confidence.
Heisler protecting the plate. Didn't like the pitch particularly, but was able to get the bat on it and foul it off. Rosario works quickly. Here's the pitch. And it's a little chopper in the infield. Handled at second base quite easily by Zach Mitchell. And he throws out Heisler, who has tremendous speed. That was a lot closer against Heisler than it would have been against most of the Goldeyes players. So that little flare, one hopper to Mitchell at second.
Yeah, you can tell that this ball kind of floats a little bit.
Got it right off the fist. One big hop.
Pretty close.
Boy, that was close. That was really close. Wouldn't mind seeing that one again. Wow. Here's Casey Harther. Takes the first pitch out of the strike zone for ball 1. Casey Harther had a tough night last night. He was 0 for 5. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Rosario falls behind Harther with 2 out here in the first. Rosario's pitch is in there. 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike to Casey Harther. We're going to have another look at this play at first base, this bang play at first base. Boy, was that close.
Jeez.
That could have gone either way.
Gets the foot down.
He just beat him.
As soon as it goes into the glove.
And Casey Harther grounds out to second baseman Zach Mitchell as well. So quickly. Charlie Rosario working quickly. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left for the Goldeyes. Honest, you didn't miss anything, folks. It was a routine ground ball to the second baseman. We played a complete inning here at the downtown ballpark, Shaw Park. Gary leads at 2-0. This is Goldeyes baseball with Scott Taylor, Mike Valenti, Kevin Hirschfield. Rebecca Horan's with us tonight. We have Dave Neufeld on the camera. Everybody's here. The whole crew is here. Roman's here on the camera with us. It's Goldeyes baseball, and it's live on Shaw TV.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Shaw TV.
All right, here we go. Sports talk, back on the air, back on Shaw TV. I feel alive, I feel great. I can take on anyone at all. Let's go. Except for that guy.
Shaw is a proud supporter of the 2015 Players Cup at Pine Ridge Golf Course. Tune into Shaw TV for our inside look as our golf community gets ready for this prestigious event. The Players Cup, part of the PGA Tour Canada, July 6th to 12th.
There's a little guy who is enjoying himself at the ballpark. How can you not enjoy yourself at the ballpark? I don't know. I saw you trying to fight that guy as you look at the Goldeyes dugout.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have fought him either. I got to tell you, you made the right decision getting the heck out of that ring. There's the fellow who's not in a uniform, young guy, to your right on the screen, David Forney. That's Rick's son. He's about 6'4", maybe 6'3", 310, 320. He's going to prep school next year, Naval Prep School, and then he's off to the Naval Academy to play offensive line for the Navy. One heck of a football player, David Forney, talking to Stephen Waddy, our physical therapist. So we will start this second inning for the Gary SouthShore RailCats with Michael Vaughn, Roger Bernal, and Ryan Brockett. Vaughn, Bernal, and Brockett to face Dustin Loggins. Here's the first pitch by Loggins. It's on the corner for strike 1.
The streak Vaughn wants to change is that he's hitless in the last 2 games.
I would say. Vaughn's the catcher. Comes in hitting just 197. Loggins' pitch is on the corner. Quickly, Dustin Loggins gets a hit 0-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Vaughn. Vaughn did not play last night. It was Jamie Del Valle was the catcher, who went 1 for 4 with a run scored and 2 driven in. And he's hitting just 154. Goldeyes play Vaughn straight away. Here's the pitch. Off speed outside, 2-2. Michael Vaughn played in the Frontier League last year for the Grays, that traveling team, the Frontier Grays. He's from Peoria, Arizona. Vaughn's lines it to center field. Jackson going back. Great effort by Nick Jackson. Jackson was playing Vaughn relatively shallow in center field. And Vaughn got every bit of that pitch from Loggins, and a great job by Jackson. Let's have another look, Mike.
Good mapping this out. You're right. He was playing it a bit shallow. Almost looked like he was going to get caught, but then within reach to make the play.
Jackson's a tremendous center fielder, still at 35, a tremendous center fielder. First out of the inning, that brings up Roger Bernal. Bernal's a good hitter. He's coming in hitting 294. This is an odd team when it comes to power. This is a team that creates runs. So far this season, the Gary SouthShore RailCats have been out-homered 26-2. And when they hit home runs, they lose. They're 0-2 in their 2 games with home runs. No balls and 2 strikes to Bernal. Big looping curveball. Tillman Pugh is one of the only players with a home run on this team. Pitch by Loggins. Chop foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bernal. Roger Bernal is from San Antonio, Texas. He's a rookie. Played a bit in Gary last year. Played for Rio Grande Valley as well. Pitch to Bernal is a 2-hopper. Right to Boyer. Fires to first. Quickly 2 away here in this 2nd inning. Good play by Boyer. Good pitch. 1 big hop just in front of the plate. 1 more. Boyer makes the play. And 2 away, so good inning so far for Loggins. Here comes Ryan Brockett, the number 9 hitter, but this will be a test. Brockett comes in as the leading hitter on this ball club officially. Tillman Pugh was hitting 370, but only in 8 games. Brockett's played 29 games, hitting 325. First pitch in there for strike 1. 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Dustin Loggins. Pitch is low, 1-1. Ryan Brockett is from Guilford, Connecticut. He was in Gary last year. Not a big guy, just 5'9", 170. Very good shortstop. Quick, good arm.
Leads the team with a 325 average. And you know, Scott, when your average starts with the number 3, you're not so worried about it, right? When you see that on the screen?
No, and when it starts with 1, you're still shaky.
Yeah.
And Michael Vaughn hit the ball as hard as anybody did today for this team. Coming in hitting 197. 3 balls and a strike to Brockett. That one's in there, counts full. 3-2 for the Gary shortstop. Loggins kicks, delivers. It's fouled off. Three balls and 2 strikes. To Ryan Brockett. The Goldeyes are playing Brockett straight away. 2 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. A ground ball to Boyer. Fires to first, and that'll do it. Good inning for Dustin Loggins. Gets through unscathed, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played an inning and a half here at Shaw Park. It's Gary 2, Winnipeg nothing. This is Shaw TV's Goldeyes Baseball right here on Shaw TV Channel 9 in Winnipeg.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
If you are a part of a charitable organization and would like to attend a game courtesy of the Winnipeg Goldeyes Community Zone and its supporters, call the Goldeyes office at 982-2273. Winnipeg Goldeyes, working in our community.
1 in 4 deaths on Manitoba roads involves a distracted driver. Texting and driving is illegal and could cost you a $200 fine, 2 demerits, or your life. Please don't text and drive. That's a message from Manitoba Public Insurance and your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Welcome back to the ballpark. Go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Great crowd here tonight. It got even bigger as we got into the bottom of the 1st inning. Terrific crowd. It might even be pushing 67 or 68 tonight. And the cleanup hitter will lead it off. It'll be Nick Jackson. Tonight's cleanup hitter is brought to you by Multi-Material Stewardship of Manitoba. More than half of all household garbage can be recycled. Recycling is easy and it's convenient. We all win with recycling. For more information, visit simplyrecycle.ca. So, Nick Jackson is starting to heat up. First pitch by Rosario is at the knees for strike one. Last night, Nick Jackson went 3 for 5, scored a couple of runs, got his batting average up to 267. He started to hit a couple of home runs lately. He's got 3 on the season. Swing and a miss, way ahead of that off-speed pitch from Rosario. Rosario's change in there just over 80 miles an hour. He'll get the fastball up into the high 80s. 2 strikes to Nick Jackson. Pitch by Rosario is right in there for strike 3. 3 straight strikes from Rosario gets Jackson looking. And that's the first out of this second inning. Here comes the hottest man in Winnipeg, Josh Mazzola, as you look at Charlie Rosario.
Our own Kevin Hirschfield talked to Mazzola before the game, Scott, and here's what he had to say.
We're playing defense well behind our pitching. We're getting some pretty good pitching, and then our offense is definitely coming back around. So that's going to be one thing that we're going to need all year to be solid, and I think we have the right guys to do it.
First pitch is a strike to Mazzola. There's a ground ball foul, and Rosario gets ahead of Mazzola. 0-2. So Rosario's beating up the strike zone. And the Goldeyes haven't been able to do much with him. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Handled quite easily by J.D. Pulfer. And he throws up Mazzola for the second out. 2 away here in the second inning, and that'll bring up Johnny Weber. Mazzola just gets on top of this one. Grounds it hard to Pulfer. Throws it across the diamond. Easy put out on Josh Mazzola. And here's Weber. John Weber last night was 1 for 5, scored a run. He's dropped down in the order. He was hitting 4th last night. First pitch by Rosario is outside for ball 1. Weber has yet to homer. He has 7 runs driven in. Joined the team late when they were really in a slump. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Weber. Weber's 37. He's a veteran. He has been around. 3rd time in Winnipeg. Pitch just misses outside. 2-1. Weber's from Lakewood, California. There's a little pop-up behind us. Gets into the Sky Suites here at Shaw Park. Two balls and 2 strikes to John Weber. He almost got to the big leagues with both Tampa and the Yankees. That close. Now he plays just because he loves to play baseball. Last year he didn't play. This year he came back. Started in Grand Prairie. As soon as the opportunity came to get to Winnipeg, he was off. 3-2 to Weber. It's the pitch. There's a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. First hit of the ball game for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. This year, the Goldeyes' leading hitter will win the Tear the Cover Off the Ball trophy presented by the University of Winnipeg. The current leader for the Goldeyes officially is Cassio Grider, hitting .321 in 20 games. Josh Mazzola hitting 329 games, but Cassio Grider is the team's leading hitter at .321. John Weber moved his batting average up to about .281 with that single. The Tear the Cover Off the Ball trophy presented by the University of Winnipeg. Gorgeous trophy. Sculpture by local sculptor Chris Rao. And here's Brad Boyer. First pitch to Boyer, it's a fly ball into left field. Can of corn for Adam Taylor. He makes the catch. And 1 pitch, 1 out. That's it for Brad Boyer. No runs on a hit for the Goldeyes. No errors, 1 man left on base. Charlie Rosario cruising through the first 2 innings. Gary leads at 2-0. This is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV. And Mike Valenti, you got a little social media, Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin's got it.
Kevin Hirschfield.
Kevin Hirschfield's got it.
Social media time, indeed.
Social
Scott,
media
now,
guru, Kevin Hirschfield.
I guess you can
I'm not
call me
following
that.
you on
got
Twitter.
the guru title already?
Scott Taylor
My God.
follows me on Twitter as of the pregame, so
there you go.
Very honored there. But do you want free tickets to a Goldeyes game while all you there? Well, you have the chance to do it tonight. If you're at the park or even watching from home tonight, we want you to get in photographer mode, maybe selfie mode, we'll call it. Send us your picture of what your Goldeyes fan experience kind of looks like. We want you to tweet at Shaw TV Winnipeg using the hashtag Let's Play WPG, and that automatically enters you into a draw, a chance to win tickets to a future Goldeyes game here at home. I mean, who doesn't want that? And later on tonight, we've also got a cool trivia question for you where you'll have another chance to win some more tickets to a Goldeyes game, guys.
Kevin, thank you very much. We're going to head to a break, then we'll be back with the bottom of the second, or rather the top of the 3rd inning. This is Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
I definitely remember my first home run. I think everybody does. So it's kind of what kickstarted the whole career. Huge fan of Mike Piazza growing up. And I think now guys like Albert Pujols, kind of how they carry themselves on and off the field is what's important to me. I'm going to go Jesus.
I think he'd be a pretty good date.
Yeah. Probably be free too. I go with Tom Cruise and Scarlett Johansson. There we go. All about the toys. I'd say my first toy was Nintendo 64. That's what got it started.
Favorite game from 64?
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Zelda was pretty good too. Yeah.
Hard not to like Zelda. That was good fun. This is John Jones. He singled back in the 1st inning, scored the first run of the ball game. No balls and 2 strikes to Jones. Loggins pitch, curveball right back up the middle, and Loggins gets it this time. Good job by Dustin Loggins. He throws out Jones, and quickly there's 1 away here in the 3rd inning. This is drilled right back up the middle. It's a great pitch, and Loggins handles it easily. Well, maybe not that easily, but he gets the job done to Casey Arthur.
Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward grab, but it looked pretty seamless.
Yes, it did, didn't it?
That's all that matters, right?
It's all about how it looks. First pitch to the number 2 hitter, Zach Mitchell, is in there for strike 1. Yeah, they say there's no pictures on the scorecard, but everybody in the ballpark remembers what you looked like. There's a pitch to Mitchell. It's in there for a strike. Real nice pitch by Loggins. 80-mile-an-hour change. No balls and 2 strikes to Zach Mitchell. Loggins' pitch just misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is Ace Walker night here at the ballpark. The jersey number 31 of Ace Walker has been retired. Pitch by Loggins in the dirt, 2-2. Maybe later in the ball game. Is Dave out in center field tonight? I think he is, isn't he? He's out there. Get a shot of the new retired numbers now on the face of the press box here. There's a ground ball up the middle this time, handled nicely by Loggins. That was in the same place that ground ball back in the 1st inning was hit to, and this time Loggins handles it easily.
I think Loggins is warming up quite nicely here. That's 2 nice grabs. Bit of an extension there, and the underhand lob to first.
Is it me, Mike, or do you think he had a nervous first inning?
He could have. I mean, look at who the ceremony was for, right? A great pitcher in Ace
There we're
Walker.
having that look. This is great. We can see the retired numbers. There's Ace Walker. So when you come to the ballpark, you've probably been coming for years. Here's the first pitch to Adam Taylor, and he hits it to center field into the gap, and over goes Nick Jackson. He's got great range. One pitch, he gets the out, and that does it for Gary in the third inning. So we talked about Dustin Loggins maybe being nervous to start. He's starting to settle down. He has retired the last 8 men he's faced. And the Goldeyes will come to bat in the bottom of the third. Nothing across for Gary. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. It's Gary 2, Winnipeg nothing. This is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about those retired numbers.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
Chiropractors in Manitoba are passionate about the services they provide. Over the years, they develop health and wellness programs for the public that provide preventative approaches to avoiding pain and improving daily performance. One of those programs that we do right here at the ballpark is called Straighten Up Manitoba. It'll help improve posture, stabilize core muscle groups, enhance health, and prevent problems with your spine. Now, complete the exercises that we do at the ballpark, or you can get them through the Manitoba Chiropractors Association, and you'll find that you will be in a lot better shape and you'll feel a lot better too. It only takes you a couple of minutes every day. So remember, the Manitoba Chiropractors. Straighten up, Manitoba.
Straighten up.
The Goldeyes jerseys on. Ready to see these Goldeyes break out. They have not done that as of yet. Charlie Rosario has had 2 strong innings against the Goldeyes tonight. He has retired 6 of the 7 men he's faced. And in this inning, it'll be Luis Allen, Ray Ortega, and Brady Wilson. Now, we've got these retired numbers. If you've been to the ballpark for years and years and years, there you can see the Duva, Smith, Poulin, and Walker. For years, they had been on baseballs in the outfield. Those baseballs are gone. They're down now. And as you can see, we have the 4 retired numbers over the press box here at Shaw Park. There's your number 31, Ace Walker. He did not paint that himself,
He
understand.
didn't, no.
He didn't do it himself. I'm told that anyway. Here's Luis Allen. First pitch from Rosario. He's in there for strike 1. Luis comes in hitting .268. He doesn't have a home run yet. He's driven in 7. He will be the cover of the next Goldeyes magazine. The hitman, Luis Allen. 1-1 to Luis. Last night against Gary, Luis was 1 for 4. Rosario's pitch is popped up. It's going to be a tough play. And a good job by the second baseman, Zach Mitchell, to make the catch. That ball's kind of in no man's land, a little bit too high to drop in as Mitchell is able to get back and make the play. So 1 away. We'll have another look at this. Good job by Zach Mitchell on this play.
Very tough play indeed. You'll see it pop up. To be running like that and kind of looking over your head. Nice little stance movement right at the end there.
It was unlikely John Jones was going to get to it, so good job by Mitchell. There
For
you
sure.
look at Zach Mitchell, a second baseman. Here's Ray Ortega. Ortega comes in hitting .234. He had a tough start last night. The Goldeyes had a chance to blow the game wide open, and he hit into 2 double plays in his first 2 trips. He finished with a hit in 4 trips and scored a run. Pitch by Rosario. He's in there for a strike, 1-1.
A very quiet and humble guy, Ortega, as you saw in our player profile just a few minutes ago.
Pitch is in there for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes to Ortega. Just a kid. He's a rookie. 25 years old. 5'10", 190 pounds. Pitch by Rosario's outside, 2-2. He was supposed to come in and back up Luis Allen, but with the injury to Cassio Grider and all the changes on the infield, he's moved to third base and done a nice job. He might have saved a run earlier in the ballgame. Rosario gets the sign from Vaughn. Here's the pitch. It's foul back. Ortega stays alive, 2-2 the count. Ray Ortega is from Miami. He too played for the Frontier Grays last year. Pitch to Ortega. Misses inside. 3-2. So Ortega's worked the count full.
Being very patient with the ball.
2 runs on 3 hits for the RailCats. No runs, just 1 hit for the Goldeyes. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch by Rosario. And there's a little flare to the shortstop. Will be handled easily by Ryan Brockett. And it's 2 away. Here comes Brady Wilson, normally the leadoff man. Now hitting 3rd in this 3rd inning. Rosario, who came in with an ERA of 6.32. Looks like Tom Seaver tonight. Just mowing down the Goldeyes. Here's the pitch to Wilson. Misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Brady Wilson. The speedster who hits number 1 in this lineup. Brady Wilson from Frederick, Maryland. The hometown of Rick Forney. There's a ground ball in the hole for a base hit. Solid single to left for Brady Wilson. 2nd hit of the night for the Goldeyes. Puts a speedy runner at first base with Adam Heisler coming up.
Squeaks through the hole. Hopefully this can be the start of something for the Goldeyes here.
Good job by Brady Wilson. One thing about Wilson, he will be thinking about getting to second base. Wilson this season has stolen 6, and he has a big lead at first base. There he goes on the first pitch. And he's safe. He beat that with a beautiful stand-up slide. There was no doubt about that when he got a great jump on Rosario, and there was never any doubt that he was going to steal that base. 7th stolen base of the year for Wilson. Good throw from Michael Vaughn.
Very good throw. Not in time.
Brockett tried to sell it to third base umpire Tim Kramer. Pitch by Rosario. And there's a fly ball right at the right fielder. Drew Martinez didn't even have to move as Heisler hits it right at him to end the inning. But the Goldeyes had a chance. They got a runner into scoring position. Nothing doing. No runs on a hit, no errors. Brady Wilson is left on base. We have played 3 complete. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning. It's Gary 2, Winnipeg nothing. This is Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Thanks, guys. Down here with Goldeyes manager Rick Forney. Rick, Dustin Loggins making his first start as a Goldeyes, seeming to settle down after a rough first inning, 2 runs there. Was it nerves? What could you say kind of happened in the first inning?
You have to ask him. I'm not sure, but he's obviously throwing more strikes right now. He's defending his position pretty well. Just first time on the mound. He also pitched Saturday night before we acquired him in a trade, so he's only had 2 days of rest. So, hopefully he can go out there and give us a couple more zeros and turn it over to the bullpen where the game's still intact.
You were part of a very cool pregame ceremony, an emotional pregame ceremony, including from yourself for Ace Walker, of course. You were here for all his starts. What does it mean to you to see Ace Walker's 31 retire here tonight?
It's well deserved. Ace was not only a good player, but a good person, great ambassador for the organization. And I just consider myself lucky to have him be a part of our team and our organization. We're thrilled that he's being honored, and it's an exciting night for him. Hopefully we can produce a good baseball game in his honor.
Rick, thanks for the time. Back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you very much, Kev. Thank you, and congrats, Ace. Absolutely. We have one of Ace's friends in our plush Shaw studio here at Shaw Park. Zach Baldwin, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You knew Ace as well as anybody.
Yeah,
you were very, very close friends. Tell us about it.
What can I say about Ace Walker? He's just too nice of a guy, Not only was he excellent on the field, off the field, with the fans, all of his teammates, he was just an incredible person, just from top to bottom. I can't say one bad thing about him.
Leading off for Gary here in the 4th inning is J.D. Pulford. It'll be Pulford, Tillman, Pugh, and Drew Martinez. Zach Baldwin, former left-handed pitcher with the Goldeyes. Now, you're back on the golf course, but you look like you could start tonight. Do you miss this game in this stadium?
Absolutely, I miss it. Coming back, seeing this team, seeing Rick, seeing Vermilya, it's makes you want to suit up. I wish I could go out right now and put the glove on and get stretched out and throw as many innings as I possibly could.
J.D. Pulford grounds out to second base. That'll bring up Tillman Pugh. What was it like being on the field in 2012 when this team was so good, this building was full most nights? It sure must have been fun to play in front of this crowd.
It was my big leagues. It was my World Series, you know. Coming here to Winnipeg, you get 7,000 to 8,000 a night, especially in the playoffs, and it was second to none. I can't say enough good things about the city and about that 2012 team. It was a baseball dream come true.
Sure was fun, and you had lots of good friends on that club too.
Absolutely, still stay in touch with a lot of them.
Tell us what you're doing these days. What are you working at? And I know you're playing golf.
I'm playing a lot of golf, but I work at a baseball academy back in Huntington, West Virginia. It's called Tri-State Baseball Academy. We have 5 summer travel teams, and I do my individual instruction lessons during the week. I do about 55 to 60 pitching lessons a week, trying to teach these young kids how to play the game the right way.
Tillman Pugh grounds out to Josh Mazzola. That'll bring up Drew Martinez, our guest, Zach Baldwin. We'll have another peek at this play by Josh. You played with Josh?
I sure
right?
did.
Sure did.
Great hitter. Great player.
And a pretty good shortstop.
A very athletic guy, utility. You could put him behind the plate if you wanted.
Josh Mazzola. You haven't been bragging about your golf game here, but I want you to, because those who know you and knew you when you played for the Goldeyes knew nobody hit it further than you did.
I can hit it a little bit. You would think that'd translate to getting in the box and being a good hitter, but
the golf ball doesn't
translate.
move.
I can hit the ball that's stationary. You put a wrinkle in it, I have no chance.
You played the West Virginia Amateur?
I sure did.
And played pretty well.
I played good. I had an awful third day, but 3 out of the 4 rounds were really, really good. I was happy with how I played and held it together.
Was Ace a golfer?
He thought he was. He just wasn't that good. He liked to go play on occasion with me. Pretty much, though, we'd go to Corey Oaks and he'd fish. I'd play golf.
Fishing for golf balls.
Yeah, that too. Northern Pike and Titleist Pro Vs.
3 balls and 1 strike to Drew Martinez. Here's the pitch by Loggins, and it's popped up into center field. It's going to be a tough play, and it'll drop in for a base hit. A flare to center field for Martinez. 4th hit of the night for Gary. That kind of stuff drives you nuts when you're pitching, doesn't it?
God,
you saw the guy off.
It kills you. Make a great pitch, and he duck farts one in between the second baseman and the shortstop and the center fielder right in that Bermuda Triangle area. I feel for you, big man on the mound.
Yeah, you had a few of those in your day.
Too many of them.
2 are out. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Runner at first. The batter is Michael Vaughn. There goes the runner. Allen's throw to second base is not going to be in time, and it's a stolen base for Drew Martinez. We'll have another look at it. Martinez got a great jump. Stolen base number 5 for Drew Martinez. You have lots of candidates, Mike, for slide of the night.
Yeah, that's right.
Watson.
Lots to choose from.
Runner at second now with 2 away.
You're going to get that when Gary comes to town. All they do is run.
Hit flares and run.
They Gary you and hit and run and steal bases, double steal, bunt.
This team has 2 home runs this year.
Yeah, that's how they play. That's how Tags builds his teams.
And the most interesting thing is that of the 2 home runs, in the games when they hit them, they lost.
Keep it inside the park, I guess, is the key.
Baseball's a funny game.
1-1 to Michael Vaughn. Our guest is Zach Baldwin, former left-handed pitcher for the Winnipeg Goldeyes and close friend of Ace Walker, whose number 31 was retired tonight. Does this surprise you, or is this deserving for your buddy Ace?
Oh, this is not surprising at all. This is 110% deserving.
Two balls and a strike to Michael Vaughn. Did you tear up down there?
Oh, I did. I teared up.
Because I teared up out here.
I teared up last night when you showed me the preview of the video. I'm not even a very emotional guy either. Brings chill bumps and tears. It's just, whew, it was awesome.
I was impressed with Ace because I know him well enough to know that he had to battle to not break down tonight.
Me, Amos, and Brian, we were standing down there where we kind of had a little wager when he was going to choke up.
Pitches in there for a strike. 3-2 counts full to Michael Vaughn. Our guest, Zach Baldwin. Yeah, he was an emotional guy when he played, too, wasn't he?
He was.
I mean, he often cried after games. He cried after the one hitter.
Sure did. He wore his heart on night in, night out.
3-2, the count to Vaughn. Runner at second, 2 away. Loggins gets the sign from Allen, steps off. Zach Baldwin, our guest, here in the 4th inning. You tell a great story about beating Fargo in that first round of the playoffs. There's one in the hole.
Nice
Mazzola
play.
with a big
Nice
throw,
play.
and they can't get him. Harther couldn't hold on. It was a heck of a throw by Mazzola. What a great throw. A
Great
one-hopper. Harther couldn't handle it. It'll go as an infield single, the 4th hit of the night. Put runners on the corners with 2 away and bring up Roger Bernal. What a great play by Mazzola.
Just can't hang on to it.
Just a bad hop. But you tell a great story about how you got Nick Jackson, who's now with the Goldeyes, in Fargo after you'd struggled to get him out. And after that, you knew you were going to win the championship.
In 2012, he absolutely owned me.
There's a base hit up the middle for Bernal, scores another run with 2 out. Once again, the Goldeyes just can't shut it down. Couldn't do it last night with 2 out, and it happens to them again. A base hit for Bernal and a run batted in, and it's 3-0 for Gary, and they just manufactured a run on 2 hits, on a flare, an infield hit, a stolen base, and a ground ball up the middle.
The Goldeyes are getting garried.
But you got Jackson in that playoff game, and that was it for Fargo.
That was it. The last 2 at-bats in the regular season, he took me deep, and then I got him in the playoffs. Uh-oh.
That's a 90-foot line drive. Another single. No run will score. The bases will be loaded. 4 hits in a row for Gary after the first 2 were retired. And now the bases are loaded with 2 out, and Jamie Vermillion is going to come out and talk to Dustin Loggins. As Rick pointed out, Loggins pitched Saturday night. So not much rest for Dustin Loggins. 7 hits now for Gary. But let's go back to happier times.
Let's go.
2012. Jackson's been lighting you up all year.
Lit me up all year, and then I got him to ground out. I threw him. I remember it vividly. Threw him a 2-seamer on the hands. I always pitched him away. Always. I pitched most lefties away, but I went in on him. I said, "Screw it. I got to go in. I got to challenge him. Got to show him something different." And he hit a 17 hopper to the first baseman, and then the next at bat, I pitched him in, and then a soft cutter away and got him.
And you bounced off the mound.
Yeah. I was always excited to get him out.
Fly ball into foul territory. It's going to drop in the bullpen. 1 strike quickly to the Leadoff hitter John Jones, who is certainly no longer the leadoff hitter in this ball game. He's got the bases loaded with 2 away. We're in the 4th inning. 2 quick outs, 2 ground ball outs. And then Gary does a Gary. A flare, stolen base, an infield single, a single up the middle to score a run, then a solid single to center to load the bases. Zach Baldwin, our guest, in from West Virginia to enjoy Ace Walker night. There's a ground ball to Ortega.
There we go.
He handles it nicely, fires to first, and that does it. Good job by Ray Ortega at third base. 3 ground ball outs, but in between 4 hits and a run. And the Goldeyes fall behind 3-0. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. 3 men left on base. Zach Baldwin, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you having me, Scott.
Zach Baldwin, former left-handed pitcher with the Goldeyes, great friend of Ace Walker's and a member of that 2012 championship team. We'll come back with the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Gary. This is Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
SouthShore RailCats. You guys were down 6-2 yesterday. You came back and won that one 9-7. Now you're up today. How much of a boost do you think that comeback was?
For our ball club, we've been scuffling a little bit. So I think anytime you fight back in a game, and obviously you want your club. Everybody does. I'm sure Rick wants the Goldeyes every night, to play 9 innings. But it was a big win for us.
Goldeyes have 2 hits tonight, kind of the opposite of last night's game when there are, I think, 15 hits for each team. What do you think of your starting pitcher, Charles' performance tonight?
Yeah, Charlie Rosario has been pretty good tonight, and I think every game it's always going to be dependent on starting pitching. If he gets good starting pitching, Loggins has settled in here, so the game's kind of picked up a little bit of a pace. And it's going to be, it's one of those games where you're going to have to play all 9 innings.
Greg Taggart, thank you so much for the time. Let's go back up to you guys.
Greg Taggart, one of the great guys in this league. Just a tremendous, tremendous human being, but his baseball teams will drive you nuts. Getting garried, getting railcatted.
Getting garried, I like that.
They do so many things so well. They're not going to beat you with power, but they'll beat you with speed, and they hit for average. They play tremendous defense. Just play the game properly. And the big thing about them is the speed never takes a day off. And when you've got it, you can steal bases and you can move runners. They play small ball better than anybody in this league. Casey Harther will lead it off for the Goldeyes. He's the number 3 hitter in the lineup. He'll be followed by Nick Jackson and then Josh Mazzola. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Gary, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. First pitch to Harther is low for ball 1. Goldeyes, no runs, just 2 hits and no errors. Beautiful night for baseball. Just a perfect night here at the ballpark. Crowd's starting to get into it. There's one chopped foul. Harther 0 for 1. He grounded out to second back in the 1st inning. Harther was 0 for 5 last night, 0 for 6 in this series. Rosario's pitch, and there's a line drive base hit. All you have to say is 0 for 6, and Casey will get it together. Takes a big turn at second base. John Jones hustles, gets the ball back into the infield, but a leadoff single and a solid single for Casey Harther. He gets off the schneid. Good job by Harther.
This is exactly what you want to do to start an inning. No out, put it right into center field.
So runner at first with nobody out, and that will bring up Nick Jackson. Good swing by Harther, solid single. Rosario checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Jackson hits a fly ball the opposite way, right at Adam Taylor in left field. 1 away. Last night, Casey Harther had a chance to get the Goldeyes back into the ballgame. They trailed 8-6. He had a runner at third with 2 out, and hit, or 1 out rather, and hit a line shot that could have been a double. It was hit so hard, but right at the second baseman, Zach Mitchell, right at him. And it was drilled by Harther. Here's Mazzola. 2 home runs last night, 3 driven in. Rosario checks the runner. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, ball one. Mazzola made a change to his batting stance, to his stroke actually, during the off-season, and said the reason for the slow start was the change. So he's gone back to the way he used to hit and has hit 6 home runs in 6 games. One ball and one strike to Mazzola. Harther with a pretty good lead off first base. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Michael Vaughn for strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes. The RailCats play Mazzola straight away at every position. Popped up, but might get out of play. It will. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mazzola. Last night, Mazzola's first home run, a 2-run job, went the opposite way into right center field. It was an off-speed pitch. He said a little bit outside. He just stayed with it. The second at bat, he waited for the fastball and crushed it over the left field wall. So ball and 2 strikes to Mazzola. Harther at first, 1 away. We're in the bottom 4. Rosario checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
That is heat.
91-mile-an-hour fastball, high, maybe even out of the strike zone by Rosario. Mazzola couldn't lay off. The high heat gets Mazzola. That's the second out of the inning. Here's Weber. Weber singled his first trip back in the second. Came in hitting .279. Here's the pitch. Misses low, ball 1. Harther being held at first base by Roger Bernal. Not a big lead for Casey. Rosario to the plate, misses again, low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Brad Boyer into the on-deck circle for the Goldeyes. Just a tremendous crowd at the ballpark tonight. Thanks everybody for coming out. These two teams do it again tomorrow at 7:05. 2-0 the count to Weber. Here's the pitch. That misses low. 3-0. So Johnny Webb has worked the count to 3-0 with Harther at first base and Brad Boyer in the on-deck circle. Rosario's pitch, and it's a fly ball into foul territory. Adam Taylor will catch it actually right on the line, and that'll end it. Weber flies out to Adam Taylor in left field, and the Goldeyes are done in the 4th. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We'll come back and go to the top of the 5th inning. It's the Gary SouthShore RailCats 2, the Goldeyes nothing. Kevin, you got some social media news for us?
The Twitterverse is lighting up, Scott. The fans are speaking up. Let's take a look at some right now. Hannah Burns, this guy's nuts for the Goldeyes. You get it? Can you see what's in his mouth? Moon dancers. Well, that's a picture of the man of the hour with Ace. That's a very cool picture on a very cool night like this. Scott, well, he's telling us what he wants. Give me free tickets. We're going to have to see about that, Scott. He's got the angry fish going off there. He'll be a candidate, that's for sure. So that's what the fans are saying. Remember, tell us or show us your pictures. Tweet us at ShotTV Winnipeg with the hashtag Let's Play WPG, and you can win yourself some free tickets if we choose your picture. And there's Shaw TV volunteer Donna Lee Monroe sitting there in Section J, and she's with her daughter Victoria Rose, who's celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday to Victoria Rose. She's also a Shaw TV junior reporter. Donna Lee is a volunteer at Shaw, as we mentioned. You can see her along with many of our other wonderful volunteers on our show Switch, which runs several times throughout the week on Shaw TV Channel 9. So once again, at Shaw TV Winnipeg, hashtag Let's Play WPG. Send us those picks, and we've got a trivia question still to come. Free tickets, free tickets, free tickets.
Thanks, Kevin. We'll go to the break. It's 2-0 Gary. We'll be back right after this.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Plastic shopping bags are recyclable, just not in your blue bin. Return them to a retailer with a collection bin, or put them to use again. For more recycling tips from Multi-Material Stewardship Manitoba, visit simplyrecycle.ca.
I'm Melissa Boychuk, and I'm your personal trainer. Join us for Community Classroom, your personal trainer where I lead you through a 30-minute workout for all fitness levels. Community created on Shaw TV, Channel 9.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Dustin Loggins works into his 5th inning. I think Rick Forney has to be happy with the way Loggins has thrown, considering he's only had 3 days rest. But quickly gets behind Zach Mitchell. It'll be Zach Mitchell, Adam Taylor, and J.D. Pulfer here in the 5th inning to face Loggins. Goldeyes bullpen is starting to stretch. There's a pitch right in there. Good pitch at 88 miles an hour by Loggins. 3 runs on 7 hits for Gary. No runs on 3 hits for the Goldeyes. Zach Mitchell has had a great game at second base tonight. There's a pitch fouled off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you parked there tonight? Is Kevin parked there tonight?
I'm parked there.
Kevin is parked there. I think he's going to have a problem with that car.
Checking out the car later.
Fender bender? Rear ender?
I hope not.
Uh-oh. Better get Mako. Mako Collision Repair and Auto Painting at 983 Wall Street. Whoever got hit with that one is going to need it. There's a line shot right at Nick Jackson in center field. And Mitchell lines out for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Adam Taylor. He got all of this, hit pretty hard for a little second baseman, but it's right at Jackson. It takes about 10 steps. Dying line drive, picks it up. 1 away. That brings up Adam Taylor. I said Adam Taylor, that was Zach Mitchell. This is Adam Taylor. Here's the pitch by Loggins, low and outside, ball 1. Loggins misses 2-0. We're going to go to a clip from Adam Taylor from before the game. I think Kevin talked to Adam.
It's a little frustrating, but you know, baseball is a funny game. You know, they say that you win 40, you lose 40, and whatever you do with the other 20, you know, in a 100-game season, that's where you make a break. And we did have a 7-game win streak earlier in the season, so that you know the ability for us to roll is there, and I think it's probably going to come soon.
This is a team that came off a tough trip into St. Paul. Of course, everybody's having a tough trip into St. Paul, where the St. Paul Saints, as of today, are 25-5. That's a pretty good team over there.
And we saw that on our last broadcast about a week and a half ago. Just dominant performance by St. Paul.
3-2, the count to Taylor. Here's the pitch. And there's a little flare, line drive into center field, and it'll drop in for a base hit. Boy, they have trouble getting this guy out, don't they? Second hit of the night for Adam Taylor.
This one's just about a bit too far for Jackson.
Right off the end of the bat. He didn't even barrel it up. Nick Jackson wasn't going to get there. Just a flare. Boy, there's a lot of that stuff. A lot of infield hits. That's certainly what we saw with St. Paul. 15 hits for St. Paul when they were in here one night. 7 of them infield hits. That's luck that the Goldeyes haven't had this year at all, despite all their speed. So runner at first with 1 away. 8 hits already. We're in the top of the 5th. Off-speed pitch, great pitch. Pulfer swings and misses. Oh, 0-1 to J.D. Pulfer. Taylor, who has now had 6 hits in the series. Wow. 6 for 8. Pitch outside, 1-1. Good lead by Taylor at first base. He's already stolen a base today. Pitch by Loggins, high. 2 balls and a strike to J.D. Pulfer. Rick Forney's bullpen is up throwing. It's a right-hander, can't see the number. There's a pitch on the corner, 2-2.
Tony Smith, looks like.
So Tony Smith's up throwing. He's been very good this season. 2-2 to J.D. Pulfer. Loggins, courtesy throw over to Casey Harther. Goldeyes a double play depth. Looking for a ground ball with 1 away. Obviously some concern for Adam Taylor at first base. Pulfer, the Californian, played in Gary last year. There's the pitch in the dirt, 3-2. Taylor took 2 big steps, looked like he was going to go to second and stopped. And it seemed to catch Loggins' eye. Taylor just being at first base is dangerous. Counts full to J.D. Pulfer. There goes the runner, and there's a fly ball into right field. Brady Wilson misplayed it, and it's over his head. He didn't see how hard that was hit. It's going to be a double, and on to third goes Taylor. Taylor had to stop to see if Brady Wilson was going to make the play. We'll see what Steve Eitzen calls it. I suspect he's going to give him a 2-base hit. But Brady Wilson got a late jump. I don't think he thought that this ball was hit as hard as it was. And then suddenly it's over his head. And that'll be it for Dustin Loggins. Rick Forney comes out. Tony Smith's going to come into the ballgame. So with runners at second and third, another Goldeyes starter doesn't get out of the 5th inning. And there's not much more you could ask from Loggins. He pitched on Saturday night. So he's only had basically 2.5 days rest. And one could argue that probably should have been an out with a better jump on that. Probably should have been caught, but here comes Tony Smith regardless. In this pitching exchange, tell us about Tony Smith.
He's really a jack of all trades, playing with the Boomers of the Frontier League last season. Had at least 1 strikeout in all but 1 outing this season. Posted a 1.08 ERA in his last 12 relief appearances with Schaumburg. And he's coming for Loggins tonight, and hopefully the Goldeyes can turn this around, because there's a big crowd here, Scott. They want to get some momentum here in this game and try and cut into that lead before it's too late.
Tony Smith from 29 Palms, California. Big right-hander, was my golf partner in the Goldeyes Field of Dreams golf tournament last Thursday at Bell Acres. Sean DeMann presents this pitching change. It's Tony Smith. Tony hit it 300 every time. Sometimes 200 yards left and 100 yards then right. But once we got him lined up, he was a pretty dominant long ball hitter. just a little late getting his hands through.
Good atmosphere at the golf tournament last weekend?
Always a good atmosphere. Hey, there's Dancing Greg. Kid can dance. He likes it too.
He's too good.
He is too good. He is too good. I'm not sure he likes this song. I'm not sure that he's a Mumford and Sons guy. I think he'd prefer something by Carly Rae Jepsen,
maybe, or Avicii, perhaps.
Perhaps Avicii. Yes. Make him a little classier than. Well, I'm not going to go there. 3 runs on 9 hits. It is a double officially for J.D. Pulfer. The ball didn't touch the glove of Brady Wilson in right field.
Sounds good.
So Tony Smith comes in a tough situation. He has runners at second and third and just 1 out here in the 5th inning. And he faces a really tough hitter in Tillman Pugh. Pugh is the DH. He came in hitting .370. He had a sacrifice fly in the 1st inning and then grounded out to Josh Mazzola in the 4th. Was the quick second out in the 4th before Gary had 4 straight hits. So the Goldeyes infield is in. They want to protect against another run. Tony Smith tends to keep the ball down, and he pops up the first one, and that was a great pitch by Tony Smith. It's in foul territory, caught by Ray Ortega, and a great pitch by Tony Smith to get Tillman Pugh with the second out. So now everything changes for the Goldeyes. They will move the infield back with 2 away. Another tough hitter, however, left-handed batting Drew Martinez. He lined out to Brad Boyer, broke his bat back in the 1st inning, and then singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the 4th. He's the man who started that rally in the 4th for a run with that flare into center field. First pitch by Smith is foul back. 1 strike to Drew Martinez. Martinez came in hitting .308. That batting number has gone up a couple, probably .310 or .311 by now. He's driven in 12 runs, and he scored 1 tonight. In last night's game, Martinez was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Also drew a walk. 1 strike to Martinez. Is a pitch by Smith, and there's another broken bat flare. And Brady Wilson makes a great catch. Beautiful. Well, he may have gotten a bad jump on the line drive by Pulfer, but he makes a great play there on a broken bat flare. Boy, if that had fallen in, you know you're getting rail-catted. But a great catch by Brady Wilson. Let's have another peek at it. What a great effort by Wilson. Outstanding pitch. He saws off Martinez, and Wilson really has to come on. He has to fight off Boyer and make the catch. What a great job by Brady Wilson. So that's the 3rd out. Tony Smith does his job to save the day for Dustin Loggins. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left, both in scoring position. It's Gary 3, Winnipeg nothing. This is Shaw Goldeyes Baseball right here on Shaw Channel 9.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
The Lazy Boy Comfort Zones, located in the Winnipeg Free Press Sky Suite, is fully furnished with the latest Lazy Boy sofas, love seats, and recliners. The Winnipeg Goldeyes would like to thank Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, located at 1425 Ellis Avenue, for their support. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Comfort, it's what we do.
Hey everybody, don't forget, on Saturday night, July 4th, it's the annual ALS Awareness Night game right here at Shaw Park. Boy, it's always fun. It'll be the Goldeyes against the Ottawa champions as Hal Lanier comes back to town. And as part of the pregame show, local actor Robert Pichet will play the role of Yankee legend Lou Gehrig. That's Saturday night, July 14th, the Goldeyes and the Ottawa champions on Lou Gehrig night for ALS awareness right here at Shaw Park. That amazing speech that Gehrig gave on his retirement from the Yankees after it was made pretty clear to him that he had contracted ALS. Tearjerker of a night, and it's a great, great speech. So come on out to the ballpark July 4th, Saturday night. For the Goldeyes, in the bottom of the 5th inning, it will be Brad Boyer, Luis Allen, Ray Ortega to try to get something going with the Fish trailing 3-0. Rosario's first pitch to Boyer is way outside for ball 1. Rosario, for a guy who came into the game with a 6.32 ERA, has been pretty sensational, allowing only 3 hits through 4. Pitch to Boyer is right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Brad Boyer, another Californian on this Goldeyes roster. From Camarillo, California. He hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Brockett handles it easily, fires to first. Quickly 1 away for the Goldeyes here in the 5th. Brings up Luis Allen. Luis Allen singled the top of the 6th on opening day. Took sole possession of the franchise hits record with 632. Allen now, with 22 hits this season, is at 653, so every time he comes to the plate, he sets a record, trying to become the first Goldeye to get to 700 hits. First pitch to Allen is in there for strike 1. Luis needs 3 doubles to pass Phelan Lentini for the team doubles record. And with 2 more runs batted in, he'll pass Harry Berrios. There's a little pop fly to the shortstop, Brockett. And quickly, 2 up, 2 out. And Rosario is just cruising along. And here comes Ray Ortega, the third baseman. Ortega's 0 for 1. He popped to short his first trip. As Charlie Rosario cruises here at Shaw Park. It's foul back. Uh-oh. That's got Kevin's car again. What a
2 souvenirs now and a
What
broken window.
mess. I know the guys at Mako. Take care of you.
I'm biting my nails quite a bit.
I think you should be. I'd be real nervous right there. 1 strike to Ortega. There's a pitch on the corner. 2 strikes to the Goldeyes third baseman. Rosario kicks, delivers. That's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Charlie Rosario lives in Malden, South Carolina. He's a veteran. 27 years old. Well, not quite 27. 27 next month. There's a line shot. Fair down into the corner. Good job by Taylor to get over quickly. He'll hold Ortega to a single. Taylor's doing a great job out in left field. He has been in position all night. But a shot down the line, and Ortega singles to put a runner at first with 2 away. What a great bit of hitting by Ray Ortega. But look at Taylor get over quickly.
We'll talk about luck, Scott, too, that maybe the Goldeyes have been lacking. That just stayed fair. Finally something good happening for them as Ortega gets on base.
Well, now they need the top of the order to get something going. Here comes Brady Wilson, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Pitch to Wilson is high for ball 1. Wilson grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning and then singled and stole second. And the third was stranded at second base. What the Goldeyes need more than anything else is to start stringing some hits together. Rosario checks the runner and goes to first base. Ray Ortega is a catcher by trade, not a big base stealer. He has 1 this season. Granted, that's only his 12th hit of the year, so he hasn't been on base that much. Pitch by Rosario. It's chopped to the third baseman. Good hustle by Pulfer, and he beat it out. Brady Wilson's speed goes to work right there, and one of those rare infield hits, and Brady Wilson's speed gets it this time. Pulfer does a good job. Handles, throws. Boy, that was close again. That was bang, bang. Both plays at first base that have been close tonight have been bang, bang plays. Could have gone either way. The Goldeyes get one, didn't get the other. Regardless, it's an infield single for Brady Wilson. Ortega goes to second, and Adam Heisler has a chance to drive in a run, get the Goldeyes on the board. Rosario's pitch is on the corner for strike one. Rosario has been getting strike one to most batters tonight. That's why he's been so effective. Ortega bouncing around at second base. Rosario steps off.
Doesn't trust that Ortega.
Runners at first and second. 2 away. We're in the bottom of 5. The pitch low and outside. 1-1 to Adam Heisler. Heisler's 0 for 2 tonight. He grounded out to second in the first and flied out to the right fielder. Actually lined out to right field back in the third. Time called. Rosario taking away too much time for Adam Heisler. Ortega with a good lead at second base. Wilson not being held, of course, at first. Bernal playing well behind. It's the pitch, and that's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Casey Harther in the on-deck circle. Two balls and a strike to Heisler. Rosario checks the runner. Here's the pitch. There's a one-hopper to the second baseman. Mitchell mishandled it, but picked it up, and that does it. The Goldeyes get a couple of hits, but they can't score. And the score remains Gary 3, Winnipeg nothing. Kevin, you've got some social media news for us.
More tweets. The crowd here at Shaw TV Winnipeg continues to send us. Sean B says not able to go to the park. He's at home, of course, as you see, but watching the Goldeyes and cheering just the same. So Sean watching from home or wherever he may be.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
Right now. Chantel, there she is with someone's Goldeyes. She says it's a nice night right now. Apparently we're under a severe thunderstorm watch, believe it or not. We'll see what happens here in the next while. And Andrew Taylor cheering on the Goldeyes with family at Shaw TV Winnipeg. We're going to pick a winner right away for some free tickets at Shaw TV Winnipeg. Hashtag Let's Play Winnipeg. And there's another one from Ashley. A lot of good selfies tonight, a lot of good pictures. Thanks to all the fans for sending this. It's trivia time, so there's some free tickets here on the line. I know I asked Scott Taylor this question, Mr. Goldeye, before. He didn't get this answer the first time.
But so, I know it now.
Wow,
Can
I told
you.
We stumped Scott Taylor, but here it is. This is a fun one. Ace Walker, we know how great of a pitcher he was, but how many at-bats did Ace Walker have over his career as a Goldeye? So tweet your answers at home to Shaw TV Winnipeg with the hashtag Let's Play Winnipeg for your chance to win. And you can check our Twitter after tonight's game to see who the winner is. How many at-bats did Ace Walker have over his career as a Goldeye? That's a fun one, guys.
Kevin, thank you very, very much. We'll go to the break, and when we come back, the man of the hour, Ace Walker, will join us for the 6th inning.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Ready for summer? If you have a cottage or cabin, Shaw Direct has your family's entertainment covered. For a limited time, you can add Shaw Direct Satellite TV to your vacation home and get 50% off our most popular programming packages. Got a cottage or cabin? Get Shaw Direct Satellite TV today.
It's brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Who else but Manitoba Hydro? Navarro's from Wichita, one of the best in the league, and Flores from Sioux City leading it with 8. Andy Loomis from Gary right here also has 8. And then the 2 St. Paul's closers, Rodobon Johnson, both with 6. Those are your American Association saves leaders, brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. First out of the inning quickly on a little foul flare off the bat of Michael Vaughn. And the Goldeyes get the first out quickly as Tony Smith looks pretty good. We have a guest.
Hey.
It's a guy I've met before.
It's kind of your night, isn't it?
Oh, man. I was wondering who this guy wore 31 was. What's the big deal going on here?
It's Andrew Ace Walker. It's Ace Walker night. Do you know that your best friends, your teammates, Amos Ramon and Brian Boyning and Zach Baldwin, actually had a pool as to how long it would take for you to break down?
Oh, no. Who won?
Zach, apparently.
Probably a few seconds, I imagine.
Friends always make bets like that, don't
yeah,
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, friends who know you very, very well, and I probably would have got into it too, because I know that when Andrew Collier called you, Goldeyes GM, to tell you they were retiring the number,
yeah,
you cracked up.
Oh, instantly. I mean, he said, hey, Ace, what are you doing? And I said, or how's your day going? I said, oh, pretty good. He's like, I'm about to make it a lot better. And I was like, oh, yeah, how are you going to do that? He's like, we're going to retire your number. And I was like, oh, no. You know, and I think it was silence because I was like trying to catch my breath and stuff. And it was really touching. And I didn't, you know, at the time I guess I didn't know how to take it all in. It was really awesome.
It was quite a night down there. Yeah. And it was quite an emotional night.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it as much as we see a line out off the bat of Roger Bernal for the second out of the inning. I didn't realize that Rick was as emotional as he was, because I thought he was going to tear up pretty seriously as well.
Yeah, that hit me pretty hard. I remember when I threw I think it was the one hitter against Fargo. When I was coming off the field, he hugged me and whispered in my ear, "You're the best we've ever had." And he was teary-eyed, and I was teary-eyed, and I was like, who is this person? You know what I mean? I wasn't used to it.
Yeah, because Rick is the stoic, silent leader, kind of the John Wayne kind of guy in that clubhouse.
Man, a few words, and you know, Rick's teared up quite a few times with me. You know, I think he knows how much I appreciate all his hard work and making sure we have a great defense and all that stuff. So he's great, and the more I've gotten to know him away from baseball, he's a phenomenal dad. You know, he's really just a great person. So.
You played with a lot of great people, and that was the one thing about that 2012 team. It was loaded with great people. Every time you pitched, you said the same thing after every game. It was about the defense. It was never about Ace Walker. Are you still close to all of those guys?
Yeah, quite a few. I mean, that's one of the great things about Facebook. You know, it's almost like having a baseball reunion every day. You see what's going on in their lives, and you get a chance to really stay a part of them, you know. And, you know, guys like Baldy and Amos and Jamie and Boyning, I mean, we text daily, and you know, we had a lot of great players that didn't stay with the team, you know, and moves that were made that I guess needed to be made for everything to fall into place for that ending that we had.
There's a little chopper to Casey Harther at first base. Tough hop. Harther makes the play, and a quick three-down inning for Tony Smith. That looks like a lot of Ace Walker innings that we watched from this booth here at Shaw Park. Ace, you're going to stick around for the bottom of the sixth. We've got a lot of things to talk about. Ace Walker is our guest. It's Ace Walker night here at the ballpark. We're going to go to a break. We'll come back with the bottom of the sixth and Ace Walker. It's Gary 3, Winnipeg nothing. This is Shaw Goldeyes Baseball right here on Shaw Channel 9.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
Catch the excitement of Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball live from Shaw Park on Shaw TV Channel 9. Go to shawtv.ca/Winnipeg for the complete telecast schedule. Tuesday, June 30th at 7, your Goldeyes face the Sioux City Explorers. Let's play.
Welcome back to the ballpark at every Goldeyes Sunday afternoon home game during the 2015 season. Fun Mountain Water Slide Park presents Fun Mountain Run the Bases. Every kid at every Sunday afternoon ball game this season is invited onto the field after the game to run the bases right here at Shaw Park with Goldie, Goldette, and Spike, the Fun Mountain mascot. That's every Sunday game this season. Run the bases at Shaw Park with your friends from Fun Mountain Water Slide Park. Ace Walker is our guest on Ace Walker Night. When you went out to the mound, what was your plan? What were you trying to do when you started the game?
Keep the ball down. And when I got tired of doing that, keep the ball down. And when I didn't, for some reason the ball got out of the ballpark pretty quick. But throw a lot of strikes and get my defense to work their magic.
Now, would you say you were a pitch-to-contact hitter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. I knew what I had. I knew I didn't have a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and all that stuff. And I knew I just had to get the ball in play because they would take care of the rest. And that's the way I was my whole career, is just get the ball over the plate, let things happen the way they're going to happen. So
there's a shot by Harther into right field, right into the glove of Drew Martinez. Quickly one away here in the 6th inning for the Goldeyes. Our guest is Andrew Ace Walker, who's number 31, who's retired tonight here at Shaw Park. You're the first number officially to go up into the new retirement area. There are no more baseballs over the outfield fence. It's now up against the press box here at the ballpark. It looked pretty good up there. How's it feel for you?
They look really good. Almost an elevated Yankee Stadium thing we got going on. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat when you're one of the guys up there. Best moment ever outside of the championship victory. What was the highlights of your career? We all know about the one hitter and the great records. But what was it about this team that you remember the most? Other than the fact that Nick Jackson can't hold on to his baseball bat.
I think I made him do that a couple times when he was with Fargo. Threw that good changeup at him. Probably two things, and both of them are actually fights that we got into, was when Tom Vaith got open hand slapped by Doug Simonek. When I was pitching, Nick Jackson was up to bat.
I remember that.
Yes. And Kevin West had gotten hit in the face.
Right.
Thought it was, you gotta protect your guy. I come in, I mistakenly throw at Nick Jackson, and
and miss him.
Well, and the thing was, the benches were warned, and so I was like, I'm going to get tossed if I do this. You got to do it. So I throw it, boom, umpire throws me, and I'm waiting there for Tom to come out. Well, Tom hears Doug talking to Kevin West, because Kevin West is yelling at their dugout, blah, blah. This is why it happened. Well, Tom goes, don't talk to my player like that. They get face-to-face, bumping bellies, and then Doug,
well, bumping one belly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a shot the other way off the bat of Nick Jackson. It'll get down, go to the wall. Jackson will have a stand-up double, and the Goldeyes have a runner in scoring position here in the 6th. Nick Jackson with a solid double the opposite way. You saw that happen a couple of times, didn't you, when he was in Fargo?
Yeah, that guy's a good hitter, man. He's a tough out. But and then the other one would be Joliet. Juan Diaz was playing for Joliet. Dustin Pease was pitching.
Right.
He threw a slider and got close to him. And I think Juan had been hit earlier in the game. Well, Dustin throws another one and hits him in the back calf. Well, Dustin turns around and is like, oh, man. Juan Diaz, who is 6'4", 300 pounds, starts just running after him. And I remember being in the dugout going, Pease, turn around. And Pease is hitting the R2 and hopping out of the way, trying to get out of Juan Diaz.
Juan was listed at 260. He was 320.
He's easy. Before a meal.
And Dustin Pease was 150 soaking wet.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Juan was going to pick him up and throw him over the fence. It was going to be bad. But and what I remember about that is we're all in there and everyone's talking trash and everything. Well, Bear Bay decides it would be a good idea to hug and try to hold Juan Diaz.
Yes.
And Bear Bay weighed about 180 pounds.
Yes. Yes. So Juan picks him up and suplexes him onto the field. So you see everybody, you see a bunch of heads in the video, and then all of a sudden you see Bear's feet go up, boom. So it was great. It was a great
Bear Bay
time.
didn't think it was so great at the time.
No, he got up, fired up. So it was great.
1-2 the count to Josh Mazzola. Ace Walker is our guest. Here's the pitch by Rosario in the dirt, 2-2. You mentioned Luis Allen in your speech tonight. I loved it when you said you shook him off twice. And they doubled twice, and you never shook him off again.
Yeah, I
but
remember.
But he did tell you to shake your head.
Yes, yeah, he would constantly do that because he knew that the hitters were thinking a certain pitch. But I remember because he put down the sign, I shook off, and I see him
swing and a miss. They get Mazzola.
I see him, kind of put his head down, like, what is this guy doing? Don't shake me off. He puts it down again. No, I want to throw this. So he just goes, puts it down, boom, double. And I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
He had a point.
And then there was another game for some reason.
You saw Bull Durham. You don't shake anybody off.
I asked him about. I got in the dugout. You tell him what was going. He's like, no, Poppy, no. He's like, no. Look at it. It's like, oh, nice. So. We've all seen that movie.
Yeah, speak well of me and may your family speak well of me.
Exactly. Curveball's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Boy, that got out of there in a hurry, didn't it?
Oh, my gosh. I remember a home run, Ken Harvey. You remember him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He about took out that mile-per-hour sign, the curveball I hung, and it stayed wham. That was a bad one.
There were a few, weren't there?
Oh, yeah.
For all the one-hitters, there were the occasional hanging curveballs.
Yeah, Juan hit a couple off me too. So that.
Yeah, but Juan hit him off everybody.
Oh man, do you remember that season? He hit like 20-something home runs.
And some of them were majestic.
That
he
home
hit
run,
them up into the trees. He hit one over that casino sign.
Yeah. He hit one at Fargo. If you've been to Fargo, of course you've been to Fargo. But the big building out behind left field, he went off of that one night. It was silence. We actually gave him the silence treatment,
There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Tough hop from Mitchell, and he handles it, and that does it. The Goldeyes are out in the 6th inning. No runs on a hit, the double by Jackson. No errors, 1 left. The Goldeyes, no runs on 6 hits. But the SouthShore RailCats have 3 runs on 9 hits. Kevin, you've got some social media for us.
Trivia. Ace, keep that headset on for a second. Don't forget, you at home can win some free tickets if you give us the answer to this trivia question by tweeting us at Shaw TV Winnipeg or hashtag Let's Play WPG. And Ace, this question involves yourself. Can you read it for us, actually? Don't spoil it, though, if you know the answer to this.
Yeah, how many at-bats did I have over my career with the Goldeyes?
So you can tweet your answers, what you think the answer to that is, at Shaw TV Winnipeg, hashtag Let's Play WPG for your chance to win. Very fun question tonight, Scott.
A tremendous question. Ace Walker, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
I always appreciate you guys having me on, and it really it means a lot to me that all this is happening. You guys are showing all your appreciation. I really say thank you.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
We're off for the break. We'll be back right after this.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Here we have today 4 different types of products.
Shaw TV and Junior Achievement of Manitoba are proud to present the 2nd season of The Perfect Pitch. 7 teams of young entrepreneurs pitch products they develop to a panel of business experts.
Definitely great pitch, great presentation.
Tune in to Shaw TV Channel 9 every Friday at 8 p.m. starting June 5th to hear their pitches and see who takes the top spot.
I don't think we've ever had such consensus before.
No.
In the judge panel here.
Sometimes we all need our space. And that goes for recyclables too. Toss them loosely into the bin without stuffing containers into one another. For more recycling tips from Multi-Material Stewardship Manitoba, visit simplyrecycle.ca.
Shaw is a proud supporter of the 2015 Players Cup at Pine Ridge Golf Course. Tune into Shaw TV for our inside look as our golf community gets ready for this prestigious event. The Players Cup, part of the PGA Tour Canada, July 6th to 12th.
Back at the ballpark, Tony Smith cruising along. Goldeyes trail 3-0. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Gary. No runs, 6 hits for the Goldeyes. First pitch by Smith here in the 7th inning to John Jones, who leads it off. The leadoff man actually leading off, and there's a bunt. Ortega comes in hard, bare hands it, fires to first. Good job by Ray Ortega at third base. And they get John Jones for the first out of the 7th inning. We'll have another peek at it.
Another
Good
great
job by
effort.
Ortega.
No hesitation whatsoever here.
Yeah, he was barehanding this from his first step. Great throw by the catcher turned third baseman, Ray Ortega. Good job by the rookie. We have another guest. We have if guys are traveling this far to come to Winnipeg, my favorite relief pitcher, Brian Boyning. The man who, the year that you won the championship in 2012, every time you stood up to warm up in that bullpen, the Wichita team, you could see their dugout sag.
Perfect.
Did you give up a hit?
Oh, yeah.
In that I don't even remember you giving up a hit in the playoffs.
A bunch of them.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
But it seemed so flawless the way you took people out.
I don't know. Everything just went our way.
But everything did, didn't it?
It did. It was awesome.
Was that as exciting a time as you'd had playing ball?
Yep. Can't beat it. That was the best year I've ever had. Personally, and winning the championship just all together as a team.
And it was a great team to be around.
Absolutely.
And, of course, you and Ace are still friends today.
Kind of.
So you came from where to come here?
I gotta do something on here. I can't just make it all pretty.
So tell us about the bad times.
Oh, I always beat him at cribbage. He's never won in nerds. He was bald in 08 yet.
That's the speech that should have been given tonight.
Right.
You had a few in your pocket there. That's good.
I've been thinking about it for a while.
There's a fly ball in the right field. Brady Wilson makes the catch.
No, Ace is a good guy. He's a good guy.
Where's home for you now?
Alexandria, Minnesota.
The home of the Beatles.
Blue Anchors now.
The Blue Anchors. I liked them better when they're the Beatles. That was a great name.
The name rings better or flows better. The Beatles does, and that's what we're all used to, so it's hard to say Blue Anchors. But
now that's the Woodsback College League, right? That they're playing?
Northwoods League.
Northwoods League.
Yep.
When you played your final year, tell us the story about you coming back here, because you were a working man at the time.
I was. It involves Ace. I got this echo going on.
Yeah, I do too. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Enjoy the sound of your own voice.
Ball just hit second base for a base hit. Adam Taylor with a single. That's a Gary break, isn't it?
Right.
You're getting RailCats when soft ground balls hit second base.
Yeah, it was a call to Ace. I'll let you guys cover this thing.
It's easy. There. It's a routine ground ball that hits second base and goes over Brad Boyer's head. It's a single, the 10th hit of the night for Gary. So Ace gives you a call.
Well, I called him because I knew he was throwing that night. I think it was a text message, and asked him to leave me tickets. And he replied back with, "You want to pitch tonight?" And I called BS on it. And and then he called me, and then Forney got on the line, and
there is a shot to Nick Jackson in center. He's not going to get there. That's going to score, and Nick Jackson seems to be limping. He's hurt. It's going to be a triple off the bat of J.D. Pulfer. Into score comes Adam Taylor. It's 4-0, and this would be terrible news for the Goldeyes if Nick Jackson's hurt. He started limping out there going for that fly ball. And now Stephen Waddy, the athletic therapist, heading out to see Nick Jackson. Let's have another look. Pulfer gets all of this. It's in the gap. And right there, it looked like the hamstring.
Left.
Goes all the way to the wall. Pulfer triples with 2 out. The run scores to make it 4-0. The 11th hit of the night. And you're right.
Couldn't slow
Jackson's
down.
left hamstring. Boy, that would be devastating for this Goldeyes team. Knowing Nick Jackson, he's telling Stephen Waddy we've only got 10 guys. I'm going to play.
I wish the roster was 24 guys.
It needs to be.
I agree.
Not in seething pain, but definitely looks in discomfort.
He's not comfortable. If this were Major League Baseball with 25 men on the roster, he'd be walking to the dugout. There wouldn't even be any question. And now Rick comes out, Rick Forney, and I think he's decided that that's going to be it. Nick Jackson is done for the night. So while we wait and watch Nick Jackson head to the dugout, tell us the story again. So you've asked for tickets.
Asked for tickets. Ace replied back with, "Do you want to pitch tonight?" Thought he was kidding around, and he called me, and then Forney got on the line and said they were serious, and I said, "All right, I'll get off work and head over there," and they had a jersey for me, and away we went.
This was in St. Paul, right?
Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
I was living in Laverne,
right,
working in the southwest corner of the state, so 20 minutes away from Sioux Falls. And I think Ace threw that night, and I think I relieved him. I can't quite remember, but it's crazy.
And suddenly you were playing pro baseball again.
Right.
Now you left the team and went back to work, right?
I did. I can't remember the whole situation, but and then my son was born July 30th, and I used my family medical leave and continued the rest of the season. Yep.
So Nick Jackson is done for the night. He has, if nothing else, tweaked that hamstring. It was quite obvious that it was a hamstring issue. So the Goldeyes have a new center fielder.
Weber in left.
I think we've moved John Weber into left field. Adam Heisler probably, yes, to center field, and Brady Wilson stays in right. And with that, if I'm correct, you lose your designated hitter, correct?
Correct.
So the pitcher has to hit the designated hitter spot.
Correct.
That's something you would stay up nights waiting for your chance to hit.
I had 2 at-bats in the Frontier League. It didn't go so well.
So here comes Tillman Pugh with a runner on third, 2 away, a run in. Pulfer on the triple, and the injury to Nick Jackson. Here's the pitch by Smith. It's in the dirt for strike 1. Whoa, good pitch by Tony Smith. Got to keep it down, right, Brian?
Absolutely.
How did you develop that pitching style of yours? That sidearm, submarine style?
I was at college, and I threw a ball across the diamond from short and kind of threw it sidearm, and he brought me in the bullpen, and away we went with that. So I just continued with that, had good movement, and it was easier on my shoulder too, being down on this side.
Do you miss it?
Absolutely. It's not really fun being here either, because you want to be out there.
Pitch just misses, ball and 2 strikes to Tillman Pugh. Ace was pretty appreciative that you were coming in for tonight, I think.
Yeah, and we're appreciative that we got to come with him. It was a fun fishing trip, and ceremony was awesome. He had a heck of a speech.
Ball 2. Zach said that you guys had a pool as to how many seconds it would take for him to break up. He is an emotional guy.
He is.
I'm surprised he didn't break up in the 6th inning right here.
Right. He is. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. You saw that when he was throwing. But that's Ace. We're also in his wedding, and same thing happened.
So his wife doesn't cry, he cries.
Right.
Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, Josh Mazzola. Mazzola fires to first. That ends the inning. Thank you so much to Brian Boyning.
You're welcome.
For coming
Thanks.
in. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Brian Boyning, former Goldeyes reliever, star of that 2012 championship team, and close personal friend of Ace Walker. We're going to go to Kevin, who's in the crowd. Kevin, you got some social media for us.
Yeah, stand up. We are here with our winner of 2 free tickets, Chantel. She tweeted in a picture of her and her family to @ShawTV Winnipeg, #Let's Play WPG, and you won these for the June 29th game against Sioux City. So you tweeted about your family. You have to introduce your family to us. Who's up?
It's fun and interactive, and yeah.
Did you happen to see the Ace Walker ceremony beforehand? How cool was that?
Pretty awesome. It was a cool night to come. I like my bobblehead.
Chantel, those are yours. Thank you so much for tweeting. Don't forget our trivia question. How many at-bats did Ace Walker have in his career? Tweet your answers to @ShawTV Winnipeg for some free tickets as well. Let's go back upstairs.
Kevin Hirschfeld, thank you very, very much. And thanks, Chantel. The 7th-inning stretch brought to you by The Dugout, the Goldeyes Souvenir Store. 2 locations right here in Shaw Park. The 7th-inning stretch was fun tonight for Chantel. She got free tickets.
Not bad.
To the ballgame.
A great crowd. I mean, they're all standing here.
Top of the 7th inning, though, to lose Nick Jackson.
It was very costly.
In center field. And I think that Rick Forney did exactly what Rick Forney would normally do in that situation. He's not going to take any chances with a center fielder. I'm sure Nick Jackson, knowing him, probably wanted to walk it off. But it was pretty clear that he had a hamstring issue. And I think Stephen Waddy probably is in the clubhouse now having a look at that. So Rosario works into the 7th. And the first pitch to the leadoff man for the Goldeyes, Brad Boyer, is outside, or is in there, rather, on the corner for strike 1. 1 strike to Boyer. Boyer on the night 0 for 2. He flied out to left back in the 2nd and grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. 4-0. Charlie Rosario has been outstanding tonight. He shut the Goldeyes down. And the rain is coming. The crowd is heading for the concourse. That sky is black and the rain has started. That sky gets darker and darker. It should still be pretty nice out.
The temperature itself is very comfortable.
Great crowd is now heading for the concourse. Pitches in the dirt. 2 hopper, 2-2 the count to Brad Boyer. The crowd has been tremendous tonight.
It really has.
Pitch by Rosario. It's a little pop fly out into left field. Adam Taylor moves over to the line, makes the catch, and 1 away for the Goldeyes in the 7th. Thunderstorms were predicted at some point today. These clouds were dark over Brandon late this afternoon. And now that we've reached 9:24, they have caught up to us. It is one big dark cloud, and the whole western sky is pretty dark. Here's Luis Allen to face Rosario. Pitch is popped up. On comes the right fielder Martinez. He makes the catch. And that's the 2nd out of this 7th inning. So quickly 2 outs for Rosario, who has just been splendid in this ball game tonight. Held the Goldeyes to 6 hits, no runs, 6 scattered hits. And here's Ray Ortega. He's had a real nice night. He has a single and 2 trips. Done a great job at third base. He's made a couple of dandy plays at third. Good night for Ortega. Here's the first pitch by Rosario. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Some people brought the umbrellas.
A few people did. A few people had taken a look at the radar, obviously.
Yeah.
Or had been so used to Goldeyes games with so much rain over the past couple of seasons. It is coming down pretty hard right now. Pitch by Rosario, just missed. 2 balls and a strike to Ortega.
Look at that.
Ortega made a great play in the top of the 7th to get the first out of the inning. There's one fouled off. And we're starting to get a little damp here.
Yes, we are.
2-2 the count to Ray Ortega. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that does it for the Goldeyes. A quick 3 up, 3 down on the 7th. Nothing across for Winnipeg. And Charlie Rosario, the story of this ball game. It's Gary 4 runs on 11 hits. The Goldeyes nothing. No runs on 6 scattered hits by Rosario. It's a rainy night now in downtown Winnipeg. The crowd is headed to the concourse. It's Shaw Goldeyes Baseball live right here on Channel 9, Shaw TV.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
The rain is coming. It looks like the umpires are going to call this one. They're talking to General Manager Andrew Collier. And it looks like this is going to be a storm that's going to last a while. And they want everybody to go in, and they want the tarp on the field. As the Goldeyes fan services reps are going to be out there pulling the tarp out. We are in a rain delay. Apparently we are not. The umpires have decided they're going to go ahead with it. They're going to play this inning. The Goldeyes have been called out onto the field. They are going to play the 8th inning. It is dark because I guess there is no lightning. The umpires have decided that they're going to play. I wonder if Andrew Collier had been looking at the radar and told them this is going to be a short rainfall and we should be okay coming out the other end. It looks very, very dark to the west and south. Tony Smith comes back out to work another inning. Tony Smith and I had a conversation this week. Smith had talked about the fact that he was a starter at a number of points in his career. And said he wouldn't go and ask Rick Forney if he could be a starter, but he knows he can pitch more than a couple innings. He's a pretty good long reliever, and he's done a good job tonight, giving up just 1 run on only 2 hits. Done a real nice job for the Goldeyes. Tony Smith might be a future starter for this club. The rain's still coming, but it's not coming as hard. So obviously Andrew Collier had been checking the radar, had a conversation with the umpires, and we are going to play this inning. The tarp crew was ready. They had come out and were ready to head down and get the tarps. And after the discussion with Goldeyes General Manager Andrew Collier, everybody's back out on the field, and the rain continues to fall, but it's not as hard as it was 5 minutes ago. So Smith has had his warm-ups here in the 8th inning. He'll face Drew Martinez, Michael Vaughn, and Roger Bernal. So Tony Smith ready to go. Here comes the left-handed hitting Drew Martinez, and we will start the 8th inning. So a bit of a surprise to all of us. But the rain, I wouldn't say is subsiding by any stretch of the imagination, but it's no worse now than it was 10 minutes ago. So here comes Martinez, who is 1 for 3 tonight. He lined out to the second baseman in the first. He singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the 4th, and flied out to right field in the 5th. He tries to drop a bunt, fouls it off, strike 1.
Is that patio deck covered at all?
The patio deck is not. It would be wet down there.
I was thinking that might be an option for people, but no. People have definitely stayed in the concourse, though.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Smith gets way ahead of Drew Martinez. Well, people are sticking around for the fireworks show.
Yes, that's true.
Fireworks tonight. That is if the rain stops. Kevin, you beat the rain. Yes, for the interview, he did beat the rain. 2 strikes, the count, and there's a ground ball to Boyer at second. Martinez hustling down the line, fire to first, they get him. Good effort by Martinez, better effort by Boyer, and that's 1 out here in the 8th inning. The rain has almost stopped. Still coming down, but it's not as hard as it was. So Andrew Collier, Goldeyes general manager, comes in and saves the day. He had his entire crew out in the field. They were ready to go.
Played through the elements.
Yep. Looks like we're going to get this ball game in. Fingers crossed. So here comes Michael Vaughn, the catcher. He's a hit in 3 trips. First pitch by Smith. Foul back, strike 1. Vaughn lined out hard to the center fielder, Nick Jackson, the former center fielder. It's now Adam Heisley. Back in the 2nd inning, he had an infield single in the 4th and fouled out to the first baseman. A little soft line drive to Casey Harther in foul territory. Back in the 6th inning. 1 strike to Vaughn. Pitch by Smith, foul back. Smith gets way ahead, 0-2. So Tony Smith has done a heck of a job coming in with 1 out in the 5th inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. We got 2 quick outs in the 5th to survive that inning. Retired the next 5 in a row.
He's kept the game within reach.
Pitch in the dirt. He has kept the Goldeyes in the ball game. He has pitched 3 complete innings and given up just a run. A ball and 2 strikes to Michael Vaughn. Smith's pitch. Curveball in there, strike 3. What a great pitch. Michael Vaughn didn't agree, but it was a tremendous pitch by Tony Smith. And that's 2 out here in the 8th. Let's have another look at this. This is a great, great off-speed pitch from Tony Smith. It's the slider, and it just gets right in there in the inside corner. Great pitch by Smith. So 2 out, and here comes the number 8 hitter in the lineup, but he is not really a number 8 hitter. Roger Bernal has some power, and he came in hitting .294. He has a hit in 3 trips tonight. First pitch fouled off, 1 strike to Bernal. The Goldeyes bullpen heads back out to the bullpen. They had come into the dugout to get dry. There's still some water coming down, but it's not like it was. Smith gets the sign. There's another off-speed pitch, just low, 1-1.
Yeah, we just got that interview finished with Chantel downstairs, and then it started to pour. So,
congratulations. Good television on your part.
That's what happens when you tweet us. The rain holds off.
There's a ground ball to Boyer at 2nd. Tough play. He handles it. Fires to 1st. They get Bernal. And another great inning for Tony Smith. Nothing across. 3 up and 3 down. 2 soft ground balls to the 2nd baseman and a strikeout. Nice inning by Smith. He's kept the Goldeyes in the game. They have a chance. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Gary 4, Winnipeg nothing. This is Shaw Goldeyes baseball right here with Scott Taylor, Kevin Hirschfield, Mike Valente, Rebecca Horan, the entire crew. It's Ace Walker night at the ballpark. Come on back.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG.
If you missed it in theaters, Shaw On Demand has you covered. You can catch Will Smith in Focus today.
So what about the big con? Thought you were all big time.
Taxi driver.
You mean the one where we make so much money we all retire?
I swear I've got 3 lives balanced on my head like stick knives.
This needs to be discreet, no holes.
I can't tell you the truth about my disguise.
You seem trustworthy, but you don't know me.
Welcome back to the ballpark. The concourse getting some work. Usually by now, most of the concessions have closed up. I see some people are still getting to Goldie's Grill. There's the Goldeyes dugout. Josh Mazzola, Kobe Cowgill, Johnny Weber, and Dustin Loggins. Goldeyes fans with their slickers, they knew that the rain was coming. And we have a brand new pitcher for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. And as soon as I get a number, I'll let you know exactly who it is. It's number 38 for Gary, and that's Paul Matura. tell us about Paul Matura, who played, another guy who played last year with the Frontier Grays.
Right-hander, 6'2", 205, from Clarksville, Tennessee. He's a rookie.
Paul Matura, 6'2", 205, as was pointed out. He's 25 years old, or will be in November. A Frontier Gray. Michael Vaughn played for the Frontier Grays. And for the Goldeyes, Ray Ortega played for the Frontier Grays. So a number of these guys coming out of the Frontier League. So Matura comes in here in the bottom of the 8th inning, replacing Charlie Rosario, who was outstanding. Rosario, no runs, 6 hits. There were no errors made behind him. Of course, no earned runs. He was pretty tremendous tonight. Didn't throw a lot of pitches. Had just 4 strikeouts. And the Goldeyes will be at the top of the order. It'll be Brady Wilson, Adam Heisler, and Casey Harther to face Matura. And now we've got an issue with the mound, as the Goldeyes grounds crew comes out, and lightning, big lightning.
That was a big
over
one.
in
That
St.
was a
Boniface.
flash.
A flash right at the Basilica in St. B. So the diamond dry is coming out on the mound as the grounds crew tries to dry things out. The rain is still coming down, but it's certainly not as hard as it was. We should get this ball game in. I think Kevin's got some more social media pics, Kev.
Great fan response tonight. They're tweeting at us a lot. Well, there was our winner. We talked to her last inning, Chantel, at the Goldeyes game with the family, and she introduced everyone there. Her mom looks very excited, as you saw in the picture there. Michelle Brown, she's enjoying the game as well. Looks like some youngsters in
Looks
the
like
photo
somebody
there.
was getting a foul ball.
That's what it looks like, yeah. They had their Ace Walker jerseys on too. Alyssa, let's play Winnipeg. Good shot there, good seats. I'd love those seats sometimes. Calvin, great night for the Winnipeg Goldeyes to honor Ace Walker. And it was a great night to start weather-wise. Kind of a little dreary now. And even on Instagram, you can follow us there. As it looks like the ceremony, Aaron Ingram, his first Goldeyes game of the season. More great seats at Shaw TV Winnipeg. Hashtag Let's Play WPG. We're giving away tickets, and of course, we're giving away tickets if you answer our trivia question correctly. And again, how many at-bats did Ace Walker have in his career? Scott, I can't have you answer that.
I know the answer now, though.
You do. Remember, I had to tell you.
Yes, yes, you did.
Some research may be involved in this, but
Google is your friend.
now why would
Always
a pitcher,
remember that.
in what situation would a pitcher have an at-bat in this
Well, the
league?
same situation as we may see tonight, because with the Goldeyes losing Nick Jackson, John Weber, the designated hitter, has to go into the game. The Goldeyes lose their designated hitter, so whoever the pitcher is will be batting in John Weber's spot in the order. So
there you
we
go.
could see a pitcher hit tonight.
How
So
fitting.
that same kind of situation. I think in the Ace Walker situation, no, I better not go there, because then I'd give you the answer, wouldn't I?
Don't do it.
Be careful.
I'm not
Come
gonna do
on.
it. No. Let them go to Google. Google
Yes.
is their friend. So Paul Matura is ready. The diamond dry is on the mound. He feels better about his landing spot. And so here comes Brady Wilson. The Goldeyes have a chance. They're down by 4, but here in the 8th inning, they go to the top of the order. It'll be Wilson, Heisler, Harther, Jackson, Mazzola to face the relief pitcher, Matura. Maybe they'll get a break here, not having to see Charlie Rosario anymore. First pitch to Wilson is popped up. One pitch, pop up. Easy play for the first baseman, Bernal. And Matura picks up exactly where Charlie Rosario left off. Here comes Adam Heisler. Heisler tonight's 0 for 3. Grounded out to second in the first, flied out to right in the third, and grounded out to second in the fifth. Heisler's due. Goldeyes need a rally. And they need to start winning ball games. They're 12-17 coming in. There's some more lightning to the south of us. That looks like it might be on top of my house. A bunt foul. Heiser tried to bunt his way on. He saw Pulfer playing way back at third base. Tried to square. Fouled it off. 1-1. The count to Adam Heisler. Heisler came in hitting .250. That average has dropped to .243. He has no home runs, driven in 12. And there's a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Heisler. Mature gets a sign from Vaughn. He kicks, delivers. There's a line drive, base hit to center field. Solid single to center for Heisler. And the Goldeyes get some speed at first base. Adam Heisler this season with 12 stolen bases. Heisler stays back on that off-speed pitch, drives it into center field. So the Goldeyes with the runner at first, and we can expect Heisler to start thinking about stealing second as quickly as possible. The Goldeyes need to get some runners in scoring position. Fans have stuck around through this rainstorm. They are still up in the concourse. Heisler with a big lead at first base. It's pitched by Mature. It's high, ball 1. Casey Harther tonight, 1 for 3, single back in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 8 in the series. Pitch to Harther. That's in there for strike 1-1. Nick Jackson would bat next. Kyle Brandenburg is going to be the pinch hitter. Harther hits one in the gap. It'll get down. Heisler's going to score. He is flying around third base. Goldeyes are on the board. It's a RBI double for Casey Harther, and the Goldeyes have cut the lead to 4-1. Have you seen anybody faster on the base pass than Adam Heisler? Wow. He was gone at the crack of the bat and scores easily standing up. It's an RBI double for Casey Harther. There's Cassio Grider at the top of the Goldeyes dugout. He's the only other guy as fast. Boy, a nice job by Harther to get his hands in and drill that one. And Heisler didn't even think that center fielder John Jones was going to get there. He was flying around second base, and Heisler scores easily. The lead's 4-1, and Greg Taggart is going back to his bullpen. He's seen enough of Matura.
And suddenly things are interesting. Man in scoring position now too, and the Goldeyes get on the board.
So the runner at second base, Kyle Brandenburg, will hit for Nick Jackson. That means Tony Smith is done for the night. He did a great job. So a brand new pitcher for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. It's number 20, Jesse Snodgrass. Played in Windy City last year. Tell us about Jesse.
Right-hander, 6'1", 195 from Lebanon, Tennessee. Previous team was Windy City.
Windy City in the Frontier League. That would be Chicago.
Chicago. My kind of town.
So Jesse Snodgrass, who is 3-2 with a 2.76 earned run average. This is his 15th game this season. He's pitched 16 1/3 innings, given up 15 hits, 7 runs. 5 of those runs are earned. He's walked 5, struck out 7, given up 1 home run on the season. So Snodgrass will come in and face Kyle Brandenburg, and then Josh Mazzola, and then Johnny Weber. So Tony Smith, who should bat in this situation, with the loss of the designated hitter since John Weber is now in left field.
It's Dancing Gabe.
Tony Smith is done. Dancing Gabe dancing, I would bet. I would just about guarantee that Dancing Gabe is dancing.
Lives up to his name.
So Kyle Brandenburg, who has not had a lot of at-bats, is batting .500. He has 4 at-bats and 2 hits. So Brandenburg sees Pulfer playing in close at third base. They are expecting Brandenburg might drop one. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Snodgrass does have 5 walks in just 15 1/3 innings. Brandenburg, who hasn't had very many swings, you can see the rain still coming down. Snodgrass's pitch is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. The side armor. Throws the fastball at 87. 1 run and 8 hits now for the Goldeyes. 4 runs on 11 hits for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. Snodgrass's pitch is popped up. It's going to be a tough play, but on comes Taylor. Taylor's called off by Jones. Jones makes the play for the second out of the inning. Harther still at second base. And here comes Josh Mazzola. Mazzola hit 2 home runs last night. Tonight he's 0 for 3. Grounded out to third in the second, struck out in the fourth, struck out in the sixth. 2 of the 4 strikeouts by Charlie Rosario were Josh Mazzola. Harther at second, 2 away. We're in the bottom of 8. Snodgrass's pitch is way inside, almost hits him. 1 ball and no strikes to Mazzola. Josh came in hitting an even .300, 7 homers. He leads the team quite handily, second in the league. There's a line shot and a base hit. Harther rounds third. He's coming to the plate. He'll score. Mazzola stays at first. It's 4-2, an RBI single for Josh Mazzola. His team leading 18th run batted into the year. And the Goldeyes have cut the Gary lead to 4-2. Let's have another peek at this one.
Mazzola continues to get it done. If it's not a home run, this will do. Drives in another run, and we've got a game.
And here comes Greg Taggart. He's going to make another pitching change. So Snodgrass got the first man he faced, Brandenburg, to fly out to center field. He's done, and we got a left-hander coming on to face John Weber. That looks to me to be Sean O'Neill. So Greg Taggart has gone to his bullpen to get Sean O'Neill to replace Jesse Snodgrass, the 3rd pitcher in this 8th inning, as the Goldeyes have cut the lead to 4-2 and are trying for the comeback on Ace Walker night. But you're right, Mike. Josh Mazzola delivers again. He was the offense last night, and that single, driving in Harther, cutting the lead to 4-2, and now you get John Weber, who's got some pop, hasn't got a home run yet, but he's going to go lefty-lefty. I think Weber's been around long enough that that situation doesn't concern him much at all.
But that's the run support that's really been missing, right? And
the
it's
rain's
getting late into the
heavier
game
again, my friend.
And this doesn't help either, yeah.
I'm going to move the box that I put back up on our ledge and move it down as the rain starts to come harder. And it's starting to get a lot cooler here at the ballpark. So Sean O'Neill, the brand new pitcher for the Gary SouthShore RailCats, He's from Philly, and he's a rookie.
Lefty himself, 6'2", 195.
So here comes John Weber with Mazzola at first, 2 away. Brad Boyer steps into the on-deck circle if Weber can keep this inning going. As the rain continues to fall here at Shaw Park on Ace Walker night. So Mazzola's at first. He's being held by Bernal. And that was an odd move by Sean O'Neill. He went to first base and looked at the plate. The kind of move you don't see very often and get away with it. There's the pitch in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to John Weber. Weber tonight is 1 for 3 rather. He singled back in the 2nd, flied out to left in the 4th, and grounded out to the second baseman in the 6th. Mazzola has a pretty good lead. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch is high. 2 balls and no strikes to Weber.
Might not see them. A lot of fans still here, though, in the concourse. Trying to
I'm
rally their
amazed at the
team.
number of fans are still here, and the luxury suites are still full. 2 balls and no strikes to Weber. There's a pitch in the dirt, 3-0. So O'Neill has come in and thrown 3 straight pitches out of the strike zone to Weber here in the 8th. With Boyer in the on-deck circle. Boyer, like Weber, yet to hit a home run this season. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Weber was taking all the way. He had yet to see a strike. You can see the rain coming down. There's Johnny Weber having a conversation with home plate umpire Cody Lowe. There's a ground ball, and the second baseman will handle it. Zach Mitchell, as Weber fell down coming out of the batter's box. And that'll do it for the Goldeyes in the 8th inning. But Winnipeg gets back into the ball game. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. RBI double by Casey Arthur, RBI single by Josh Mazzola. The Goldeyes are back into it. As you look at Johnny Weber, who fell down coming out of the batter's box. It's the Gary SouthShore RailCats 4, the Winnipeg Goldeyes 2. We'll go to the 9th. The rain's coming down, but we're still playing baseball. What do you got back there, Kevin Hirschfield?
Even more fan pics. They've been tweeting us all night at Shaw TV Winnipeg. Hey, there's our friend Chantel again. Thanks again.
Well,
she's
she's certainly been tweeting us.
No kidding. And she's coming back for Monday's game against Sioux City.
She'll be tweeting us on Monday, too.
I hope so. Cher's even tweeting.
Cher's here tonight?
That's great.
She says, thanks, Ace Walker. And it looks like this fella got a ball in the head, but Ace Walker came and autographed it. How's that for a story to tell when you get home?
Yeah, that was
That's
just
very
below
cool.
us.
Back to you.
Thanks, Kevin. We'll go to a break. We'll be back after this. It's a 4-2 ball game. We got a ball game going here on Shaw TV.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Time now for our slide of the game, brought to you by Manitoba Public Insurance. Don't text and drive. 1 in 4 deaths on Manitoba roads involves a distracted driver. Texting and driving is illegal. It could cost you a $200 fine, 2 demerits, worse yet, your life. Don't text and drive. There's our slide of the game.
To go back to the top of the first, it's John Jones sliding into second base. A perfect jump on the pitch and right in before the tag. Your slide of the game.
Slide of the game. John Jones, brought to you by Manitoba Public Insurance. They are out there working on the mound, the Goldeyes grounds crew.
These kids don't seem to mind about the weather.
They don't care. They're not in school. They're staying up late. Dad's going to let them see fireworks. And Dancing Gabe's right behind them. They got a famous guy around them.
Believe it or not, Dancing Gabe, when I went down there a few innings back, he actually stopped dancing, believe it or not, and shook my hand and Rebecca's hand as well. So
there you go. Classy.
He does take a break once in a while.
Well, Gabe's getting a little older these days.
Yeah, he's been around.
He's been around a long, long, long time. He's been doing it almost 30 years. Brand new pitcher for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. It's Rhett Varner, the newcomer. I don't think he's thrown very much for the Goldeyes yet. Tell us about Rhett Varner.
Rhett Varner, he's 6'3", 210. Started the season with the Laredo Lemurs. Made his Goldeyes debut. Lemurs, sorry, Lemurs.
I've never seen a lemur in Laredo, but they're the lemurs.
This is a very small print on this piece of paper.
Lemurs are from Madagascar, aren't they? Yes. But somehow there's lemurs right on the Mexico-Texas border. Rhett Varner has pitched only a few innings for the Goldeyes. Matter of fact, he's been in 9 games this season, but just 1 for Winnipeg. He pitched 1 2/3, just giving up a hit. He's pitched pretty well. So Rhett Varner on here in the 9th inning, trying to get Gary. Hopefully in order to give the Goldeyes a chance in the bottom of the 9th. Gary is a very difficult team to get in order, but Tony Smith was able to do it back in the 8th. Ryan Brockett, the shortstop, leading it off. Pitch by Varner's in there for strike 2. Ryan Brockett, who has batted in the 9-hole all season long. On a 3-game hit streak coming in, and he has a hit tonight. 4 straight games with hits. Was batting .325 to start the game. 2 strikes to Brockett. Here's the pitch by Varner outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The order will flip. We'll go to the top of the order. John Jones and Zach Mitchell here in this 9th inning. It's getting a lot chillier here at the ballpark. 1-2 to Brockett. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Rhett Varner. So Goldeyes pitchers Tony Smith and Rhett Varner have retired 5 in a row. Here comes John Jones. The Goldeyes bullpen has done the job tonight. In the first 4 innings, Gary scored 3 times, 2 in the first. Tony Smith and Rhett Varner so far have held Gary to 1 run. Varner gets the sign. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. John Jones came in hitting .271. He is 1 for 4 tonight. Single, stolen base, and run scored in the first, and then 3 groundouts after that. There's a long fly ball. Will it stay fair? If it does, it is gone. A home run, and what a shocker for John Jones. The leadoff man hits it out. Jones with the home run to make it 5-2. He got a pitch up in the strike zone, a little elevated over the plate, and he drives it over the left field wall. This home run brought to you by Home Run Sports. Home Run Sports. Bring you home runs all season long. Home Run Sports at 20 De La Seigneurie Boulevard in St. Vital. Wow. Out of the blue, Rhett Varner gives up a solo shot to John Jones. That makes it 5-2. Here's Zach Mitchell. Varner's pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Well, the Goldeyes had battled back to cut the lead to 2 runs, but that was a bit of a shocker. As the leadoff man, John Jones, hits his first home run of the year, only the 3rd home run of the season by Gary. There's a line shot right at John Weber. Good job by Weber. He was positioned perfectly for the 2nd out of the inning. Only the 3rd home run of the season for the team.
That's
And
incredible.
if they hold on and win this, it'll be the first time they've won with a home run. Not yet have they won a game with a home run. So here comes Adam Taylor. He's 3 for 4 tonight. What a series he's had. Pitches outside, ball 1. Adam Taylor was 4 for 5 last night. He is now 7 for 9 in the series. He has 4 runs batted in and 4 runs scored. It's a ground ball to Mazzola, tough play, picks it up, fires to first. And he beat him out. Casey Arthur isn't very happy. He beat it out. Mazzola couldn't get the ball out of the glove cleanly. They're going to give him an infield single. Wow, that was close at first base. Arthur thought they had him. We'll have another look at him. Adam Taylor now 4 for 5 for the 2nd straight night. This one was barely even hit. Oh, wow. Casey Arthur had an argument. Not a very good call at first base. So Gary gets a runner with 2 out here in the 9th, and a very, very good hitter in J.D. Pulfer. Pulfer, with a home run, would hit for the cycle in this ballgame. He had a single in the 1st, grounded out in the 4th, doubled in the 5th, and tripled in the 7th. Quickly, Varner gets behind 1-0. But a home run here by Pulfer, and we'll see somebody hit for the cycle tonight. There are more no-hitters than players who hit for the cycle. Pitched by Varner in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes to Pulfer. So Adam Taylor beats one out questionably. He is 4 for 5. 8 for 10 in the series. 4 runs scored, 4 driven in. What a week. That's a good week for somebody. Varner gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's popped over our heads onto the roof. 2 balls and a strike to Pulfer. Pulfer, Californian, 5'10", 195. Played in Gary last year, 25 years old. Varner goes back to first base. A shocking home run by the Gary SouthShore RailCats. And I only say that because this team doesn't hit home runs. No slight on John Jones, who crushed that pitch from Varner to make it 5-2. Varner kicks, delivers. There's a line shot, base hit. Another hit for Pulfer. On to second base goes Taylor. That puts runners at first and second with 2 out and brings up the dangerous Tillman Pugh. Well, on the bright side, Rhett Varner kept J.D. Pulfer from hitting for the cycle. But that is the 4th hit of the night for Pulfer. 4 hits for Taylor, 4 hits for Pulfer. And here's Tillman Pugh. Pugh tonight has a sacrifice fly and an RBI. And then he's grounded out to short twice and fouled out to third baseman Ray Ortega. "14 hits tonight for Gary. Pitch by Varner, and it's a fly ball. Hit pretty deep into right field, but Brady Wilson has a beat on it and makes the catch, and that'll do it. The inning's over. Varner gets out of it. A run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. The home run by John Jones. As you look at Rhett Varner. It's the Gary SouthShore RailCats 5. The Winnipeg Goldeyes 2. We'll be back for the bottom of the 9th here in downtown Winnipeg. The rain, not as bad as it was, but it's still coming down. The sky looks a lot nicer than it did. And we got the 9th inning coming up. This is Shaw, Goldeyes Baseball, live right here on Channel 9.
Be part of our show. Join the conversation, share your photos, or ask the Goldeyes a question. Follow us at Shaw TV Winnipeg and hashtag Let's Play WPG. At Shaw TV, we are proud to bring you live events and we value your comments. Call the Shaw TV viewer response line now, 204-480-3500, or email us, shawtvwinnipeg@shaw.ca, and let us know how we're doing. Or find us on Facebook and Twitter at Shaw TV Winnipeg.
It's fireworks night tonight here at the ballpark, and every time Archangel Fireworks is on the field, it has a lot to do with Progressive Waste Solutions, because Archangel Fireworks is presented by Progressive Waste Solutions in Winnipeg. Thanks to them, we look forward to the rain stopping and having a little fireworks show at the end of this ball game tonight. Lots of fans still hanging around to see it, and the Goldeyes are still in the game. We're in the 9th inning. The pitcher remains the same, Sean O'Neill. Well, we'll correct that. We have a brand new pitcher. It's the closer, Andy Loomis. Lefty with exactly the same motion as Sean O'Neill, but it's the other lefty. It's Andy Loomis, one of the top closers in the league, one of the leaders. Tell us about Andy Loomis.
Andy Loomis, a lefty as well, 5'10", 175. Used to play for Gary. And he's in for the bottom of the 9th here. Last chance for the Goldeyes, and Boyer's going to lead it off.
Andy Loomis is one of the best pitchers in the league. His earned run average is .68. He got the save last night. This is his 13th appearance. He's pitched 13 1/3 innings, 10 hits, only 3 runs, just one of them earned. He has 15 strikeouts and only 4 walks. So Loomis, one of the best in the game, is going to face the bottom of the Goldeyes order. The number 7 hitter, Brad Boyer, the number 8 hitter, Luis Allen, and the number 9 hitter, Ray Ortega. There's the first pitch by Loomis, and he just about hits Brad Boyer for ball 1. 5-2, Gary leads it here in the 9th. The bottom of the order's got to get it started if the Goldeyes are going to have a chance. There is still action in the Goldeyes bullpen. Here's Loomis's pitch. It's a 2-hopper through the infield. Great effort by the second baseman, Mitchell. He knocked it down. That was hit hard by Boyer. Boyer's first hit of the night, and the Goldeyes have a base runner in their leadoff man here in the 9th inning.
Another good start. Boyer just gets past the glove.
Mitchell made a great effort just to knock it down. And here comes Luis Allen with a runner at first. Down 3 runs, the Goldeyes need base runners. So a base hit by Boyer, a good way to start the inning. Ray Ortega into the on-deck circle. The switch-hitting Ortega will bat right against Loomis. And Luis Allen, the hit man, with an opportunity to get something started. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. Loomis has been outstanding for this ball club. Last night, he pitched an inning and a third. Had 1 walk, no runs. Lowered his ERA to .068. There's a ground ball the opposite way. Will it get through? Oh, Mitchell. Great play, great throw. Allen is out. It's a productive out in the sense that Boyer gets into second base. But that ball was destined for right field, and Mitchell made another sensational play. This Gary team and their great defense. Luis went the other way, and Mitchell makes an outstanding play and a great throw from his knee. So here comes Ray Ortega with a runner in scoring position and one away. Top of the order, if Ortega can keep this thing going, comes up next. Here's the pitch to Ortega. It's in there for strike one. Michael Schroeder has gone into first base for Bernal. Michael Schroeder is at first base for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. Thought we had a left-handed first baseman there, and I was right. How's that for observant?
You're always observant,
Thank
Scott.
you, Michael. I needed that because I'd missed the change at the start of the inning.
Yeah, a little boost for you.
We're a little bit behind. But Michael Schroeder's at first base for Gary. Here's the pitch to Ortega. It's fouled off. Onto the roof of the ballpark. Quickly, Loomis gets ahead 0-2. It looked like Luis Allen had a huge single, but what a play by Mitchell at second base. Allen doing what he had to do, go the opposite way, at least make it a productive out. Waited for the ball to get back into the strike zone a little bit, went the opposite way with it, but Mitchell foiled him. 2 strikes to Ortega. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ortega hustles to first. It'll be a K2-3 if you're keeping score. That's the second out of this 9th inning. The Goldeyes down to their final out. Here's Brady Wilson stepping in with the runner at second and 2 away. The Goldeyes need hits now. They trail it 5-2. Boyer's at second, 2 away. Loomis gets the sign from Vaughn. Here's the pitch, and there's a fly ball into right field. Martinez goes back, he makes the catch, and that does it. The ball game is over. The Gary SouthShore RailCats have beaten the Winnipeg Goldeyes 5-2. For Gary, 5 runs on 14 hits and no errors. For the Goldeyes, 2 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, the starter, Charlie Rosario, he's now 5-2 on the season. The loser, Dustin Loggins, the Goldeyes starter, he is now 2-3. We'll be back right after this with the Shaw On Demand post-game show. This is Shaw Goldeyes Baseball right here on Channel 9.
You're watching Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Shaw TV.
Ready for summer? If you have a cottage or cabin, Shaw Direct has your family's entertainment covered. For a limited time, you can add Shaw Direct Satellite TV to your vacation home and get 50% off our most popular programming packages. Got a cottage or cabin? Get Shaw Direct Satellite TV today.
Catch the excitement of Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball live from Shaw Park on Shaw TV Channel 9. Go to shawtv.ca/Winnipeg for the complete telecast schedule. Tuesday, June 30th at 7, your Goldeyes face the Sioux City Explorers. Let's play.
All right, welcome back to the post-game show. Mike Valente here with Scott Taylor in the booth. Scott, 5-2 the final score. Goldeyes showed some strength near the end of the game there, but Rosario was pretty strong throughout the game.
Charlie Rosario, no question, was the story of the game. He was the starting pitcher who held the Goldeyes to no runs through 7 innings. The Goldeyes got to the bullpen a little bit in the 8th inning, scored a couple of runs, but a rare home run for the Gary SouthShore RailCats made it 5-2, and that's how it finished. Great job by Tony Smith. You see him there signing autographs. Ray Ortega, Brad Boyer signing autographs as well. They had pretty good ball games tonight for Winnipeg, but it just wasn't enough as Charlie Rosario was too much for the hitters. Goldeyes finished with 10 hits. They really scattered them. They didn't have much going, and they never got hits with men on base early, never really got the job done offensively that they had to do against a Gary team that can scratch and claw and manufacture runs. No doubt Gary, full marks for their victory tonight, and they win at 5-2. The Goldeyes fall to 12-18 on the season. Another rough starting pitching effort for the Goldeyes. Dustin Loomis correct that, not Andy Loomis, Dustin Loggins. Andy Loomis is the closer for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. Dustin Loggins only got through 4 2/3 innings, well, 4 1/3 actually, and it took Tony Smith coming in from the bullpen to shut him down. Tony Smith looked really good tonight. I wonder if Tony Smith doesn't have some starter in him. And the Goldeyes need some starting pitching right now because the way it's going, Nick Hernandez is the only guy getting the job done. Scary thing for the Goldeyes tonight, hamstring injury to Nick Jackson. It's going to be tough to replace him if he's out for any period of time.
Absolutely. Yep. Time for the play of the game now here as we continue on with our post-game show. It happened just a few minutes ago in the bottom of the ninth. Luis Allen at the plate, Zach Mitchell with a fantastic effort. As you'll see here in our replay, he committed to it. The effort was there, gets it in his glove, makes the throw really from his knee, and the play to first. That is your play of the game.
Goldeyes would have still been in it. It's brought to you by Go Winnipeg, by the way. The Goldeyes still would have been in this one if that gets through. Then they get runners in first and second with nobody out, and you got a rally maybe started, but a tremendous defensive play, and that's another thing about Gary. They are a team that plays tremendous defense, and they played tremendous defense again tonight.
Let's send it down to Kevin Hirschfield with our player of the game. Kevin?
I'm here with the Shaw Direct player of the game. That's Charlie Rosario, pitcher from the Gary SouthShore RailCats. Charlie, great game from you, 7 innings pitched, couple strikeouts, 6 hits allowed. What made it such a successful night for you tonight?
Thank you so much. I was thinking before the game to throw the ball in the whole game and then in and out, and then keep the ball down. So that was very good for me today.
Now, you guys trailed last night's game 6-2. You came back, won that 9-7, and then you controlled this one pretty much the whole time. Did last night's comeback win, do you think, kind of give you a boost for tonight's game?
We was talking about that yesterday, to play hard every single inning, and then that's how we can win the game. Give your best in the field, and then that's how you can win.
You guys are now 17-14 on the year, second in the Central Division. You guys have been kind of win-loss the last couple of games. You have a chance to go for the sweep tomorrow. How good do you think you guys can be this year if everything's kind of going on all cylinders?
We have a pretty good team and then pretty good guy. We have a lot of younger guys in the team, so they try to do the best. So I think we can finish on first with the team that we have right now. I don't know if he's going to make a change or what, but we have a pretty good team right now.
Great stuff. Our Shaw Direct player of the game, Charlie Rosario, thank you very much. Back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Before we wrap, just a quick comment, Scott. Obviously, it wasn't the result they wanted on the scoreboard, but the Goldeyes, a pretty special night at Shaw Park with the induction or the retirement of the jersey number for Ace Walker.
It was Ace Walker night, and Ace Walker was tremendous. The opening ceremonies were phenomenal. Great job by Shaw TV, not only for the opening ceremonies right here on Shaw, but also for the work that they did on the video board for the fans here at the ballpark. Great crowd tonight at the ballpark. It was a tremendous effort all around by everybody who put on Ace Walker night, and congratulations to the Goldeyes, and congratulations to Ace. He had 5 spectacular seasons here, was kind of a beloved member of this team, and you could see by the tears that were shed between Rick Forney and himself that they both appreciate the amount of time that and the effort that he put in while he was a member of the Goldeyes, and of course led that team to the championship in 2012. This team is going to have to turn it around, maybe get a little bit of that Ace Walker luck that they used to have, because at 12-18 they got a lot of work left.
Absolutely. Scott Taylor, I'm Mike Valente. We'll send it back down to Kevin to wrap things up.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, the viewers, for watching Goldeyes baseball here on Shaw TV. Now, the Gary SouthShore RailCats and Goldeyes conclude their 3-game set tomorrow night at 7:05 p.m. at Shaw Park. For ticket information, you can visit winnipeggoldeyes.com, of course. The next time we're back on Shaw TV, a week from tonight, Tuesday, June 30th, a tough test for the Goldeyes. The Central Division leading Sioux City Explorers come to town. So again, 7 o'clock on Shaw TV, Tuesday, June 30th. But once again, from here at Shaw Park, the Gary SouthShore RailCats with a 5-2 victory over the Goldeyes. Goldeyes dropped their 3rd straight, now 12-18 on the year. For Scott Taylor, Mike Valente, the entire Shaw Mobile crew, thank you for watching Goldeyes baseball on Shaw TV, and good night from Shaw Park.